Hey, everybody. What's going on? Long time no see. I am excited to be down here with you guys. I haven't seen anyone in a long time. Y'all know we just came from Jamaica vacationing. It was beautiful as always. This is not my first time. This is not Diva's first time, but it was BB, Nice, and Quad's first time. So they had a great time. We had a great time. I am so glad to be back, though. I really am. The traveling was it was horrible. We left 7 hours later. Crazy. We didn't get to Jamaica until 8. We were supposed to get there at 4. So and then coming back, we had a delay. But besides that, and that heavy luggage, everything went great. And I loved my company. And of course, Diva, my sister, was with me. So we had a great time. If you guys could get, to Jamaica or any type of vacation, take a break and enjoy life, because that's certainly what I'm trying to do. I'm planning my next year's vacation. I'm not sure if I want to go to Aruba, because I heard Aruba is beautiful, or Punta Cana. I've been to Punta Cana, but I haven't been there for a long stay. Hey, what's happening, Just Andrea? I see where Lolo is having an interview with you. I will be attending that interview. It was good to see Lolo. Lori hadn't been on in a long time, and Diva told me she was on. I went over there and just caught a little snippet of her. She looks great. God bless her. God has definitely worked in her favor, because I don't know if y'all know Lolo or you remember her, but she did say she had cancer and she's cancer free. So glory to God. Glory to God, right? It's always good to hear that. So it was good to see her. And it's just been so much going on. So while we was on vacation, I was vacationing. So I wasn't going to go live, I think BB Nice went live the last night, when we were having dinner. She went live, but it was certainly an experience for her and Kwa. So I enjoyed that, watching them enjoy themselves. I don't go live. I really keep my personal life personal. And I know it's cool for us to vlog and, show everybody our everyday life. But when I'm away from the hustle and bustle, I really try to relax. So I was trying to relax, and I had a couple of drinks. Now, let me tell you something. I was looking today. I'm going to say it. I was looking today and my stomach looked mighty big. And I said, well, I haven't been eating sweets. So I wonder why my stomach's so big. Then I thought about those sweet drinks we had. We was drinking pina coladas, rum punches, and didn't even know at nighttime they had the good liquor. So they was basically giving us that cheap liquor, with all that sweet shit. But at nighttime, after 6 o'clock, we caught on that they had the top brand liquors. And so then we started drinking Hennessy. So my stomach was like, boom. And I thought all that sugar. So what it is. But it's always a pleasure to come down here and share my some of my life with you guys. But I know you have known me for a while now, especially those in here, and you know that I am a private person. So I wasn't going to go live. That I just don't care to go live. But I did catch some stuff coming back. So I said, well, let me visit the B sector and see what's going on. and it was a lot going on for the people I watch. It's a lot going on around here, and sometimes you just have to take a break from it, you know. So I enjoyed my vacation. Thank you so much, Just Andrea, Melissa, Jill, Comfort Zone, Kimberly Black. I love your picture. I see you got a new dude, Queen. Who else? Whoever else. Hey, is Jay is here. Hey, baby girl, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, Lena? Thank you all for joining me. But so we gonna talk about something that I noticed. And I'm gonna tell you from experience of being around people. Now I saw that April thing go wrong. I don't know much about on-site April, and that's why sometimes I just think it's not best when you're on vacation or you're visiting that everything don't come to the public platform, because people can see what they want to see and they could spin narratives. So I guess she was a little bit stressed out with that. When I did see her on, I think Miss Pizarro's, I had went and visited, and she was really upset and she was crying. And I don't know if she was crying because she got caught up into something with her and James or Ness and whatever. It was just a little bit dramatic to me. And I hated to see a older woman cry, you know. And she said she was menopausal. Now I have gone through menopause years ago, believe it or not. I menopause what I consider kind of early, and I was very emotional, and I'm an emotional person now, and a lot of things can make me cry, you know, just little things. My kids said, Mom, well, why are you crying? Because I guess that's just me experiencing menopause, you know, and it does a lot. It made start making me forget. So I had to see what was going on. I had told y'all I tried to get a CAT scan because I didn't know what the hell was going on with me forgetting so much. But I did see that. And yes, you can be emotional, but you also could be emotional for other reasons. Now, there was a snippet that I heard that concerned me quite a bit. And like I said, you do what you want, but everything is not for public consumption. And even though you like to vlog and show your life and stuff like that, you have those who are looking for a little bit of something to spin a narrative. And so when they was talking about the Cocolina thing, I started to thinking. And from the clip I saw, and it's just a take that I had an observation, is Coke is a refined powder, right? Is a powder. So if I put a powder on the table and wind comes by, the powder is going to blow. So it was hard for me to believe that's what was going on. But then again, you see what you want to see. See, and I see what I want to see. So it's hard for me when I start hearing the Cocolina thing come out. I said, well, that's odd because I've been in the presence of that before. Not that I've done it, but I've been in the presence, you know? I ain't gonna never sugarcoat shit. And I've never seen where you can put a powder. Just hold on, because you know I had my turn and dust into diamond. This is a refined powder and it blows. So I've never seen where you can actually have that open in the open and a little wind blow and it not blow the substance away. So I found that was kind of hard to believe, but people believe what they want to believe. So when she was crying, I don't know if she was crying. Hey, Donna Hughes. Okay, but thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. But I don't know if she was crying because she got caught up into something, and or because she did something. But being a grown person, I find it very odd here, y'all. Very, very odd. And maybe because I'm that type of woman that I'm not going to justify or answer to nobody. No one is going to put me on a witness stand and question me, that they question me so much it brings me to tears, whether I'm menopausing or not. I'm just not going to answer these people. Y'all don't know them like that. And some people have met, you know. Now, if me and BB Nice got into it, you know, or Jamila or Tita, somebody I have met before, then it probably would bother me. And I probably would try, if we had a misunderstanding, to clear up a misunderstanding. But for me to sit on someone's platform and allow them to question me is just something I'm not going to do. I don't owe anyone anything. This virtual world is becoming a little bit too real for me, for me. And that's why I didn't share my vacation. You know, not that I mind showing the fats and the rolls, because I did have some pictures and fats and rolls, because it is who I am. I'm a big girl. But simply because I don't allow people in my private life like that. I never show my home. I think I might have did a couple of videos where you might have saw my basement, you might have saw my office, or I stay in my office, but I never show my home. I don't, because that's not really who I am. I don't come on here and brag and boast. I don't have to lie about anything. And I don't get down with some things. But I thought it was sad that these adult people, women, men, have to sit on here and be crucified for them living their life. Even if she was having a little cocaine, that's her damn business. You don't owe nobody nothing. You must have purchased it. You must enjoy it. And it's you. You don't have to sit around. So I thought that shit was odd, because you're not going to question what I do at 61. You see what I'm saying? And you shouldn't allow people to question you. You shouldn't want to be so part of this virtual world, because it's a virtual world, that you are justifying to people what you did. So what if you brought them goodies? Everybody there was grown, I understood. I didn't remember seeing, thank you so much. Please, thank you so much. Hey, Jamila, what's happening, baby? Everyone there was grown. So who the hell do you have to answer to if they was doing that? But that's, again, that's the problem coming on YouTube or anywhere else, Facebook, what is it, Instagram, showing your business, because you allow people to come into your life. I don't allow people to get in my life like that. Y'all know just what I want you to know, just enough. And if you take what you know about me and you spin a narrative, that's on you. I'm not going to ever come down here, because I did it before, and justify anything to some goddamn adults that's not doing anything for me other than giving me a click in the view, a cash app every now and then. I don't think that's right. And I don't know why these people allow themselves to be persecuted. Because no matter who you are, you have feelings. And if somebody's dragging you and talking about you, spreading rumors or anything, that's going to get to you. So why would you even subject yourself to that? I'm not going to subject myself to that. That's just me. And everyone don't like you, so they can spread the rumors. You know, it's easy to say, because I did see the girl bend down, but I can't say that that lady was having some cocaine. I can't say that because I was not there. It's the optics, though. See, that's why you don't share everything, because it looked like that. Now, I'm going to tell you, but then I thought about it. I said, that's a powder substance. It appeared to me that Ness' hair was blowing. So if her hair was blowing, then 9 times out of 10, if that stuff was just laying there, it would have blown. So I can't say. That would have been one of those hard ones to say, oh, yeah, I know for a fact. Yeah, she was snorting it. Yeah, that's what she was doing. I don't know that, you know? And I don't know, because they was caught up into the hype. People believe, hey, Levon, Andy Vlogs, people believe what they want to believe. But I don't care what you're going through. You don't have to sit anywhere. But I know it's entertainment to some people. It's entertainment, and people have questions. But you subject yourself to that. You don't have to. Nobody made you hit that link, you know? So I saw that and I thought that was strange. I said, damn, look at them. She crying? Hey, Treasure. I said, she crying? What is she crying for? Is she crying because she got caught up talking about someone or doing something she didn't want everybody to know? Because if you didn't cut that live on, baby, would nobody have known what y'all did unless y'all came down here and told it? See, you don't know what I did in Jamaica unless I come down here and tell it, because I never hit a live button, because that's my personal life. That's my vacation. And that's what I do on vacation. I go away and I relax. I don't call my family. If something's wrong, then I probably would have to call them. But besides that, I'm not hitting no live button because it's not that deep. I'm not that caught up in this virtual world, but some people are really caught up in this virtual world. And I believe, hey, Candy Cane, I do believe that perhaps because her and James had an exchange and something went wrong, maybe she felt some kind of way, you know, or perhaps she really did like both of them and didn't want to talk about them. But you hit that link on your own. And optics is everything. I was speaking to my youngest son today, and I said, believe it or not, optics is everything because people believe what they see. They believe what they see. Even though they may not see what they see, they believe on what they see. See, not what I tell you, on what they see. And that it is what it is. That's just human nature. So I thought that was crazy as hell that she did all that and all that crying and shit. I'm like, girl, get your ass off of there. Get off. I was yelling through the thing. Get down. Get down. But sometimes you want to be part of the show. And that's what the show costs you. It costs you sometimes your character. And they was questioning your character. So I was like, wow, that's deep. You know? So that's just what it was. That's something I saw that really was like, what? Oh, girl, get your ass down. Don't explain to these people. I done seen several people get questioned and persecuted on live. And I'm just trying to understand what allows a person to infringe on your rights like that, to ask you a bunch of questions and you tell them nothing. They're not doing nothing for me that I have to sit there. But then again, remember I told you I had got up into a little jam here and I was trying to explain myself, explain my sister. So you can't get caught up. I mean, it's a human nature to try to defend yourself. So you can get caught up. I was trying to explain that me and my sister wasn't a scammer and we didn't know Miss Sabrina at the time. She just offered it. And I was like, you know what? That's the last time I ever do this shit. I don't know these people. These people really don't know me. They only know what I let them know. So I was like, I won't do that again. You know, and then you get caught up. Let me tell you something. You get so caught up. If you're lying, it's just a flow of lies. And so I was hearing like a flow of lies and like not taking accountability. You said it, you shared someone's phone number, perhaps you made a comment. It was just going on and on and on. I was like, baby girl, get down, just get down. Just get down, sweetheart. You're done. You're done. Go deal with your menopause because it's not easy because I experienced it. And just stay off of here, baby. For now, just stay on. Whatever you did it. It's over. Just remember this about YouTube and about over here in the beef sector. You could be the talk of the town today, and tomorrow it'll be somebody else. Everybody gets a turn. Even I got a turn. I got a turn. Hey, baby. So it is what it is. Just keep your business off of here if you don't want anyone to talk about it. Okay? It's just that simple. Everything is not for YouTube. Everything is not for public consumption, period. You know, whether it's subliminal, whether somebody taking subliminal shots at you or not, knock that shit down and keep it going. That's the best way you could keep your peace, you know, and you don't have to be in everything. You don't have to like everybody. You don't have to jump on everyone's platform. So I was crazy. It's your turn today. Why is it your turn today? I am everything XOXO. Is it everybody gets their turn? Exactly, TC. If you hang around here in the beef sector, you're a content creator, you gonna get a turn. You know, now your turn may not be long if you don't get in shit. You know, my turn wasn't very long. I did a couple of it. You know, me and that person had our fallout. This person had alpha, and then the girl who just didn't like me for no reason, she just didn't like. Is a lot of people just don't like me, you know, because they don't like me. It's something about me they don't like, and that's okay. Once you tell me you don't like me, I back away from you. I don't fool with you. If you say you don't like me, don't worry, Miss T go keep it stepping. She ain't gonna fool with you. She ain't gonna give you the opportunity to cuss her out or make a spectacle of her, or she cuss you out. Because I'm not always nice. I got a nasty mouth. I told y'all I got a very nasty mouth and I could get downright nasty and I'm sharp with the tongue. So I don't, you know, it is what it is. So that was one thing. And then I heard about my little sassafras and talent, sassy and talent. So they broke up. They broke up, and I wish both of them the best. And I was saying, self, because I heard sassy now. I heard sassy. And she was saying, if talent talk to anybody down here, she gonna tear it up. And I thought, well, if you don't want him no more, why is it your business if he messed with somebody else? Because Sassy had got real mad. Oh, Sassy Fash was going off over there talking about talent. And but she spoke in a very professional manner when it came to their relationship. And she was very smart about what words she chose. She wasn't going to drag him, he wasn't going to drag her. And she said, our time is up. That's what dating is. And I agree with her. Her time is up and they could just walk away. They don't have to be enemies. They don't have to do anything else. They can just walk away. We enjoyed them as a couple and it's over. Thank you so much, Missy. I appreciate that. And we enjoyed them as a couple and it's over now. So ain't no trying to put them back together. Hey, the hood tape. Ain't no trying to put them back together. Ain't no mending nothing. Ain't nobody going. It's done. Let it be done. They got other relationships going on, I guess, over here. And so it says, EXO, was that you over there at Breeze scrapping? Oh, I don't know. Angie Vlogs, just debating. So anywho, they were I heard a little bit of sassy, and then of course, I heard the cleanups. And I tell you what I've learned to do, because I like several people and I do support several people. I stay up in the bushes. Sometimes if I do visit the beach sector, I just stay up in the bushes. If I like both people, I just stay up in the bushes. I don't come down. You don't have to get involved in everybody's beef. It's their beef. If I like this person, I like that person, and they beefing, I stay the hell up in the bushes. That's best. And that's all I can say. I saw a little bit of scrapping going on. I see back and forth. Hey, Nikki, how are you, baby? And it is what it is, but I don't listen. It ain't my business. It's not my business. I'm going to stay over here in my lane like I normally do and keep it moving. I come down here, and if I see something I want to talk about, like I wanted to talk about that April thing, not April and James together. Shit, they'll do whatever they do. They was here long before me. But I was just thinking about the optics of what people thought they saw and what I perceived to seeing. I didn't see her. I saw her bend down, but I can't say for sure it was a snort or anything, because it's certain things you do. For one, like I said, if it was windy and the powder had opened, even if you had it in a dollar bill, like back in the day, you had it wrapped in money, or you had it in aluminum foil, if you would have opened it and the wind blow, it would have blew your powder away and you would have been pissed. Most snorters would have been pissed if their shit would have been blown away. So that's why I say I can't say for sure. I just sort of been down and the optics. That's all. But anywho, okay, that part float on. Yeah, just float on. I'm not sure Diva is out somewhere and BB Nice. I saw her a little bit on Jay Dunn's today. They was talking about relationships over there. I guess a relationship JD had. I don't get into that. I just don't get into that garbage because it ain't my relationship. What the hell I care? Sometimes you just mind your business. Hey, Duchess, what's going on, Boulay co-host? But again, I think that is a lot going on that I will just stay to myself and stay in the bushes. Like I said, I had a beautiful vacation. That's what life is about, getting out and enjoying things, not always being here, meeting new people, doing new things. Now, listen, I am a very private person and I stay to myself. I told you I don't have a lot of friends, and that's by choice, But I had asked BB Nice and her partner if they wanted to come to Jamaica with Diva and I, because Diva and I had been before several times. So, and they came with us. And I was telling BB Nice, we was talking a little bit about YouTube, but we had watched a little clip of YouTube. And I was just telling her, I said, you know what, BB Nice, Sometimes it's just better. Hey, baby, it's just better to stay out of shit. Just stay out of it, because some of these people get so mean, so evil, so dark that you don't want to put yourself through that. And we had this conversation, and I'm going to have it with you all, and then I'll drop the link and you let me know what you think. So she was talking about, respecting older people. Something had happened, and she believed that you respect older people. And I said, I used to think the same thing. I said, I used to think, because we was raised to respect our elders. I said, but there's so many people who are particular age, women and men, come on here and they do some grimy shit and they say some grimy shit. And for you to just respect them, that's just not going to happen. That's how it used to be. It's not like that. Because if you could come down here, I could come down here as an older woman and start calling Nikki. And Nikki, I just picked you, baby, because you was the last comment. A bunch of bees, stinking hoe, tell them about her kids, tell them about her life, and do all that. Then she shouldn't have respect for me. And BB Nice felt different. She was like, oh, well, Tiva, I think you still should have. Make sure you hit the like, please. That's the least I ask you, is just to hit the like. She said, well, she was saying, Tiva, I don't believe that. I just believe, I feel some kind of way that I believe that you should respect the older person. I agree, but I disagree as well. Because if an older person is attacking me and calling me all those names, respect goes out the window, because respect is something given and earned. I don't expect Nikki to, hey, Jazzy, baby, I don't expect Nikki to respect me, and I done came down here and called her a bunch of bees and hoes and suck my dogs, you can suck my Uncle D, and you nappy head hoe and all that stuff. I don't expect her to respect me. You can't expect somebody to respect you if you don't respect them. I don't care what age they are. Even my grandkids deserve some type of respect, right? That's just how I go. You around here, you sitting around. Oh, she said, oh, I respect so and so because they're an older woman. I said, I don't respect them at all. She said, oh, you don't, Miss Tiva? She said, you don't, Tiva? Not Miss Tiva. She said, you don't, Tiva, because that's what they call. I said, I don't. I don't have any respect for her. I don't have any respect for someone who sit down here and go back and forth with a young lady or a young man, knowing that they are young and you supposed to be an example to them. I don't respect you if you don't respect them. To call people out of their name, that's a level of disrespect for me. So I didn't agree with that. So was I wrong? Nah. Was she wrong? Nah. That's how she think and that's how I think. I'm not going to respect you if you don't respect me. If you respect me, I'm going to respect you. I don't give a shit how old you are. But I have the tendency not to try to disrespect elders. And according to Jay Dunn, I'm an old lady. I'm an older lady. I heard Jay Dunn, she was over in another chat and it just cracked me up, y'all. She said, Mz.Teavalocity, an older lady. I said, what? She said, yeah, Mz.Teavalocity, an older lady. I was trying to explain it to her and I just cracked up. I said, because Jay Dunn viewed me as an older lady. An older lady. I thought it was funny. I mean, it was no shade to me or not. She considers me an older lady. She said, I was just trying to explain to her because she's an older lady on here. And I was trying to explain to her the game, So I thought that was funny. But I am a lady of a particular age and I carry myself a particular way because I want people to treat me a certain way. And so I treat them like that in return. And even though it's all entertainment, you are still disrespecting someone when you call them out their name. You make up stories about them. You spin these narratives about them, and you put jackets on them. That's a serious level of disrespect. And so I don't agree with people who saying that you respect people who don't respect you. Basically, that's what you're saying. You come down here and you call all these people these names and do all this shit. And I'm supposed to respect you. It's just not happening. I don't care where I'm at. Beef sector, pork sector, vegan sector. mommy sector, daddy sector, you're not going to disrespect me, and I show you respect. That's point blank, period. No games about it. Okay? Did you bring back some souvenirs from Jamaica? No, you know why? I brought my grandchildren. I brought my 5 grandchildren some souvenirs, Kimberly. And the only reason why I brought them souvenirs, because my youngest granddaughter had said, yeah, bring me back something. Because I wasn't going to bring the rest of them, because I've been to Jamaica before and I've brought back souvenirs. I brought back souvenirs before. So I didn't think I was going to bring anything back again. I didn't even get that, what it is, that white Hennessy or something. I didn't buy it. Now, Diva brought back some white Hennessy and some other stuff for friends, she know, but I wasn't lugging all that shit. When I tell y'all my back was hurting from that luggage, my back was hurting, and I have lower bulging disc. And when I carry heavy things like that, it bothers my disc. And my back was hurting, that it had my arm hurting. And so I was like, nope, I just brought my 5 grandchildren something back, and that was it. But for everybody else, the office and my daughters and my sons, the in-laws, and I wasn't bringing nobody nothing back like that. You know, around here, we got to discriminate. Come correct or don't come at all. Absolutely, Tony. 55 strong, and I am proud. Yeah, so I'm coming, Queen Diva. Laugh a lot. I don't know where Queen Diva is at. I think Queen Diva is out. I think she's out somewhere, because I called her twice. I called her when I was getting my hair done, and I called her when I was in J.C. Penney's, you guys. Now, I don't know, but J.C. Penney's got a damn good sale on good towels. They are nice towels. They are $4.99. The hand towels $3.99, and the face cloths are $2.99. And they are good quality. They don't look like a shabby quality. So I was in there exchanging some shoes, you know, and I saw these towels, and they said $4.99. The guy said, "Oh no, I think that's for the hand towel." I went over there and looked, and it was for the towels. So I grabbed me a bunch of towels in nice, pretty colors too. Y'all go to J.C. Penney's. The sale is still on. It was a doorbuster, you know, so they had it out earlier. So you guys go over to J.C. Penney's. They have some good stuff on sale, you know. So I'm going to drop my link, because I'm not going to be here very long. I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all I had a wonderful vacation. I didn't get a tan, though, you guys. I didn't get a tan. Diva got a tan, but I didn't get a tan. But I wasn't trying to get a tan. I think Diva was trying to get a tan. Now, Diva can't swim. She's not here, right? So Diva can't swim. And she got in the raft, right? You know, the little donut raft? Hey, Lisa. She got in the raft, and I was trying to help her to get out, and I tipped her over. What's the quality like on those towels? They good. I mean, they not top of the line towels, but for $4.99, they're pretty good. They appear to be good. They appear to be good. I'll let you know when I wash one, right? And I called my daughter. I was telling my daughter, I sent her a picture, and she ordered some online. So I don't know, because they had better quality towels there as well. Still was reasonably priced at $7.99. You know, these were not the top of the line, but they were towels. They were towels, and they were nice color towels. So I picked up some. So yeah. So I don't know, Lisa. You'll have to go check them out. They on sale. So Diva, back to the story with Diva. Diva can't swim, you know. And so I was trying to help her out the donut, but she was holding on to the pole, like, you know, the steps part, and I tipped her over by mistake, and I was trying to pick her up, and I couldn't. So I told her that. I said, "Hey, come help me. She can't swim." But she was fine, because she was right by the steps. But she cannot swim. So, you know, she gets a little scared. But she got a little tan, but I didn't. Yeah. Okay, Lisa. So Diva was laughing and stuff like that. We had a fun time. But I'm not no great swimmer, but I know how to survive. If I had to, I could get under there and I could get with it. But she don't even do that. You know, she doesn't swim. So it was funny. Yeah, she was going to get me, but she laughed about it. But I was like, oh shit, I hope my sister don't drown. we were in shallow water, but she's just afraid because she can't swim. And she was in that donut. And then I told her the way to get in the donut to get out of the donut, right? This guy, she want to lay back in the sun. I wasn't doing all that, you guys. To be honest with you, this is my last trip to Jamaica. I'm kind of tired of with Jamaica now. The food is great. Those drinks, they're cheap. If you don't wait to get to the top of the line, the damn drinks are cheap. You know, you have fun. We saw some good shows and stuff like that, but it's enough now. I need to go somewhere else. So next year, hopefully, and next year, it depends on how involved I get with the YouTube and stuff. I like to invite more people. You know, I'd like to invite more people. I just chose those two. Once the panic set in, yeah, and that's what happened, Tony Montana, because she started panicking. And I was like, well, I mean, no shade to Diva, because I'm a big girl, but shit, I can't pick you up. And I was trying to pick her up. I was trying to get her up from above the water. No shade, sis, no shade. But shit, she ain't no little chick to be trying to pick up, right? I was like, oh shit. I told her, I said, can you help me? She can't swim. But it wasn't that long. But I know she would have panicked and got scared. So that was funny. Yeah, the hotel brands are some good towels. Yeah, they are. They are good brand towels. Yeah. I'll tell you something too. When I go in the hotel, I don't take the towels, but I kind of like the face cloths. I only use white face cloths on my face. I don't use color face cloths. So I like their white face cloths. So I may take a face cloth, but not, all the towels and stuff. Some people just take the towels and everything. No, I may take a face cloth though. I have to be honest with you. But I didn't even take a face cloth there. No, I didn't touch anything. They had good ice cream. They had good food. They had some spreads. I mean, if you ever really want to go somewhere and don't worry about spending money, we took spending money. We didn't have to spend it, unless you was going on excursions. And unfortunately, we didn't make any excursions. They were what they didn't want to do what the excursions were. So I can get that. But you don't need a lot of money. You go all inclusive, you get everything. They had some spreads out of this world each night. You could eat as much as you want, 3 meals a day, and they had pretty good food, and they had pretty good homemade ice cream. Their ice cream is made a little different. So let me tell y'all about this. Let me tell y'all about this. Everybody raves about this Kentucky Fried Chicken. They telling Diva, it's the best chicken ever. Bring me back some chicken, because she got some Jamaican friends that now lives in the state. Bring me back some chicken and da, right? So we go in this long ass line after we go down on the hot strip to get some souvenirs and stuff. We go in line to get this chicken. Now, I must say, of course, it had to taste like Kentucky Fried Chicken because it's a franchise and you can't change the recipe. You can't tweak it so much. But I was like, so what's the big deal about this chicken? Well, the chicken is fresh. That was the difference. And it wasn't really greasy. You know how Kentucky Fried Chicken, at the end of the bucket, you see all that grease and you could kind of taste it, and the breading is kind of greasy. It was really fresh. So it was a different taste to a certain extent because the chicken was fresh. But to die for, no, I just thought it was Kentucky Fried Chicken with a fresher taste, maybe. But it's fresh, right, lovely lady? It's fresh. Hi, how are you, baby? And the fruit was good. The fruit was good. I mean, Jamaica's a nice place to go. It's a cheap place because it's all inclusive. We spent like $4,000. We spent, I think, $4,100 and something dollars on the trip, and that included our airfare. Now, I'm going to request my airfare back from United. I really am. I'm going to sit down, write United tomorrow, because that was a horrible thing they did to us. Our flight was supposed to go out at 9:52 or 54. It didn't leave until 4 o'clock. They lied and told us they were waiting for clearance. Every 20 minutes, they were sending us a text or email with an update that was full of shit. But what happened was their crew probably ran out of flying time and they couldn't fly, and they was waiting for the next crew to come on. Had nothing to do with no mechanical failure or no clearance. They lied, because then we see this pilot coming and he like, what's going on? The other crew not here yet? And then as soon as that pilot came and some other airline stewardess came, then we took off. But that was 4 hours of lies they told us. They just kept lying to us, So that's the only thing. The flights was just crazy, and it was United. And I normally don't fly United, to be honest. I always do American or Delta. So I really had what I would call a bad experience with United Airlines. So I probably wouldn't fly them again. So I don't know if they don't give me my money back. I'm not too sure that I want you to give me points so I could fly anywhere either. And shit happens too. So, but anyway, that's my trip on Jamaica. I'm back home, and I just wanted to come down here and talk to my people because I was glad to see Lolo. I wanted to tell y'all my perspective on what I saw in reference to what's her name, On Site April and them. And that's it. How I enjoy Jamaica. I don't have much to say. I just wanted to come down here and say hello to you all because I haven't been down here in a while. Now I'm going to drop this link. And if there's anyone who would like to talk about anything, you could come on up, because normally I only do an hour, and that's it for me. Did I miss anything? Diva, I'm going to check it out. Yeah, check it out, Lisa. What's the quality like on the top? I read that. Okay, I'm gonna drop this link right quick, and then I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I just wanted to come talk to y'all. Jazz A, I'm so glad. So I'm going to be messy. So T doesn't have a house Stella guy. No, you know what? You guys, please don't take no offense if you are of foreign descent, but I don't like foreign men. You guys, I am real picky about that. I don't like foreign men. No. It's just something I never had a desire to really do, is date outside my race. And I just think foreign men is just not my choice. I don't like them. So I didn't get my groove back, girl. I didn't get my groove back. I wasn't trying to get my groove back. We didn't run into any men. Really, not that I would say, Now Diva had some little white fella after her. she had some little white fella after her. But no, I didn't. You bald to question God saving you from whatever. Sometimes you gotta accept to give thanks and move on. What? You bold to question God. I don't know. That's a troll. Jamila, you could take that troll out, or I will. I never question God. I don't even know that that's a person trying to disturb my commentary. Then you guys, I was listening to the Truth, not the Truth Enterprise, this other lady called the Truth Show, and she was talking about this R. Kelly shit, right? And it kind of makes sense to me. I'm about to go here a little bit and then I'll get off here. But she was talking about R. Kelly, and she was saying Jay-Z allegedly kind of set up R. Kelly. He paid for that documentary to be done on R. Kelly. And she was saying she don't know, because now remember, Aaliyah and R. Kelly and Dame Dash and Jay, they all liked each other. Well, she chose R. Kelly for some reason. I don't know. But she was saying she don't know if Jay-Z really ever got over Aaliyah. Plus, I didn't know that R. Kelly sued Jay-Z for $70 million and won the lawsuit. So it's possible that he did pay for that documentary, Surviving R. Kelly, and he was behind some of that to shred R. Kelly to pieces, to put him away for a long time. So from what she said, I don't know, that allegedly they're about to try to overturn R. Kelly's conviction because of that. And he's getting ready to tell on some other people who had dealings with underage girls. And so I don't know, but I heard that today and I was like, that's a strong possibility. especially if R. Kelly won $70 million lawsuit against Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a powerful man. And when he got with Beyonce, he's much powerful. You know, they say they kind of up there. So I thought that was interesting. I heard that today. And then Tasha K. Let me say something about Tasha K before I get out here. Y'all can say what y'all want about TK. That's a hustler. That's a woman that grinds. She made a stupid move with that Cardi B thing, but I think in the back of her mind, she knew, for some reason, I think in the back of her mind, she knew whether she won or lost, she already knew what she was going to do. So, supposedly she filed bankruptcy, right? To get out of paying Cardi B. Now, some things you could do bankruptcy on and some things you can't. And I'm not here to say which ones you can, absolve from bankruptcies and which things you can't. I do know that if you file a Chapter 7 in bankruptcy, that they won't take your house and they won't take your car. They will leave you with those things because they figure, hey, the sage, you have to get around to work and you have to pay for your house. So a lot of times they don't take that stuff, I think, in Chapter 7. But so they say she filed bankruptcy. So I guess her and Cardi B is going at it. So I was over at TK's and I tell you, she got a nice setup now. I like her setup. Those colors are nice. She's looking good and she's still grinding. Now she's going for doing comedy shows and she did one on Bootsy. And I thought it was funny. So she got this big show. So she's a grinder, and I don't know where she stand as far as with the Cardi B thing, paying her and stuff, but I think her bankruptcy will hold up some of the I think they was garnishing her wages, her YouTube wages. I think filing bankruptcy will put a hold on that. Now, will she end up owing her the $4 million? I don't know. I don't know if that bankruptcy thing goes through. Maybe she won't end up paying her. I don't know. But I saw her and I was like, damn, Tasha K looks really good. She looks really good. And in spite, that's a real woman that grinds. No matter what people think about her, she's a businesswoman and she's grinding to get whatever it is. She grinds to get it. And she's doing her thing. She's doing her thing because she got a lot of stuff still going on, even with that. And to me, she never missed a step. With all that going on, all that legal shit with Cardi B, Tasha K never missed a step. And I think that's a boss sister. I do. Now, do I agree with everything? Hey, Ray, baby, how are you? Do I agree with everything she says or does, or the way, what her commentary is about, destroying some people? I don't agree. That's something I wouldn't do. But that's what she do. Just like the Inquirer and other, Wendy Williams did. And look at Wendy Williams now. In fact, look at Wendy Williams' husband. You got to pay for some things you do eventually. And, Wendy is paying for it. Her husband is paying for it. And hopefully Tasha K won't have to pay dearly for some of the lives she's destroying with some of her commentary, going after certain people. I don't know. Me blessed. I'm blessed as well. Hopefully she won't, but she's looking damn good and her new setup is nice. Those colors are really nice. Somebody did some really nice stuff. And I noticed some other people are now getting new, they are doing some editing and stuff, and their stuff look really nice too. People are coming up, we all could come up. No, I didn't get my groove back, and and I'm gonna drop this link one more time, and then it's almost my time out. Do you guys have any questions for me, or you got anything we could talk about? I do talk about stuff. I don't get deep in it, but I do talk about and tell you my opinion on some things now. I ain't changed. I just don't get in the bull. But do you think that the beef sector, I think I asked y'all this before, and I want somebody to be honest with me who visit the other sectors. Do you think the beef sector benefited them or they benefited the beef sector? I'm trying to figure out, because I went over there a couple of times and watched some of the other sectors, and then I watched the beef sector, and I think the beef sector is popping back now. They popping back. You know, they was dying down a little bit, but I think they coming up again. You got a couple of beefs going on here, and some of them are genuine beefs, and some are like, I think, fabricated, but some of them are genuine beef. So I don't know who benefited. Did the black sector and the mommy sector and the the Mo3 sector benefit or emerging, or the black sector did? I don't know. Well, I don't know. I just wanted to, what else did I want to talk about? What else I seen I wanted to talk about? I just knew that April thing. I think both benefit because everyone numbers seem to be increased. I thought too. I think their numbers are increasing and we're visiting. They want what we all have, what we have always. Oh, they want, yeah. And oh my gosh, y'all. Yeah, and they talked about Rob. Now, I don't know much about Rob. I have seen Rob. Here's my take on that. Yeah, I do want to say a take on that. I don't know Rob. Hey, baby girl, what's going on, Taylor? I don't know Rob. Have watched her. I heard she was part of the beef sector. I have watched a little bit about her, but I will say this. It's really sad when people have to come on YouTube to help them restart or start over, something like that. It's pretty sad for a woman of a particular age, not young people, because young people, you know, they can make mistakes and they're very resilient. They could bounce back. But when you're an older person and you make some mistakes and you have to come on here and do a GoFundMe, I'm sure the sister don't feel good about doing it. But we have to make sure that whatever we present on here, we always be grateful and humble. Because, see, people will remember you not being humble or being braggadocious. Braggadocious, that's a word. And people will remember you by saying everything you had, how well you doing. And so if you slip and fall, you know, then, and you come to ask for their help, they remember that as well. You give them like ammunition when you come on bragging about you got this, you got that, and this and that and that. And so it sounds like that's perhaps that a little bit of that went on with this sister. And now the sister's out here doing the GoFundMe, you know, asking for help to get back home. You know, I don't know her. I don't know her to give her anything, and I don't know her to say anything bad. But from here, like I said, she must have had a popping channel at once. She must have had a popping channel. She must have come on here and bragged about having name brand stuff and doing this and doing that, having these big lavishing houses and whatever. She must have bragged somewhat about it. And now you have to come to the very people that you bragged about or you say you don't fuck with, excuse my expression, basically asking them for help. No, you didn't come, and say, hey, Mz.Teavalocity, can you help me? Hey, Melissa, can you help me? But you put it out there and now is known. Always be humble. Don't brag about what you have, because we could be up today and down tomorrow, and we would have to go back sometime to those very same people that we said, certain things about. So I don't know nobody who haven't slipped and fell. Exactly, Jamila. I know me. I know I have slipped and fell, but I got back up. But I never, for some reason, and glory to God, I never really had to ask anyone for anything. And for me, it would be very, very painful for me to come on here and beg for anything. Anything. I don't beg. That's not my character. That's not who I am. And sometimes we could suffer for not asking for help. Our pride could get in our way. And I think that's me. I'm a prideful person. And pride comes before destruction as well. So it could be a double-edged sword. But I never come on here and beg for anything. If anyone wants to give me, that's fine. And I greatly appreciate it. But for me to come on here and tell you how many cars I have, what big house I have, whatever I have, money in the account, what they call them, Louis Vuittons, MC, and all that, that's not me. What I carry is what I carry. What I pay for is what I pay for. What's gifted to me is gifted to me. You should remain humble, because a lot of times when you get cocky, and I want you to listen to this, because I see a lot of cocky people here on YouTube. When you get so cocky and comfortable and you talking about other people, 9 times out of 10, your turn is coming to fall, because you are not humble. Humility is something. You have to be humble and grateful for what you have. You can't talk about what other people don't have, because you never know. Today, I can fall ill to something, right? And a lot of us, and let's be real here. Let's just be real here. A lot of us work, and some of us, not all, live paycheck to paycheck. And so we are paycheck away from being homeless, right? And with all that's going on in the world today, a lot of people will lose their homes, their jobs, their health insurance. Yeah, a lot of shit is happening. And while we on here saying what someone don't have, and this is the part where I get a little serious at, because I do a little mess, but I also make sure I wrap it up in a nice bow of positivity. When we around here talking about people being bald-headed, how they look, what kind of disease they have, what kind of illness they have or their kids have, it can very well be you that happened to tomorrow, the next day, or down the road. We have to be careful. Even though we call it entertainment, we still have to be careful of the energy we put out there. So you bragging about all you have, and it can be taken away from you tomorrow, or that particular night. When you shut the live down, shit can happen that night. And I think when you do that, and then you come back to ask people for help, they remember exactly how much you bragged about. What happened to your big house? What happened to all of your money in the bank? What happened to this person? What happened to that? What happened to everything you have that you got to come back and ask us for some help? Be very careful of what we put out here. That's why I always say my private life is my private life. If I'm struggling, you'll never know. If I'm struggling, you'll never know, because it's not your business. And maybe that can be bad on my part, because maybe I have some good people in here say, hey, Mz.Teavalocity, I'll help you. I'll send you a couple of dollars. I'll cash up. That may be the case, but I don't ever want to come down here in a position where I had bragged about how much this I have and how much that, and I got the best, and I don't wear nothing but Gucci's and Michael Kors and Louis Vuitton. And I don't ever want to be like that. And I have those things, and I have nice stuff, but it's not for me to come down here and brag, because unfortunately, in real life, some people don't have things. Hold on. Let me just do this right quick, y'all. Just let me do this. That's you, TC?
TC in the house. Yes, TC in the house.
Okay. So give me a minute. So you don't be so braggadocious on here, and now you have to come back and help these people. I wish the sister well, but I don't know her to give her, and I don't think it's a charitable cause that I will give to someone, because at one thing we have to remember, we all may not have no huge savings account, but that's why I talk about credits so much. I really talk about credit and making sure you have good credit, because credit you use to create businesses, credit will take you a long way. So even if I didn't have, say, $4,000 in cash, I have enough credit to move. You know what I mean? My credit, because I made sure I was good. And you should make sure you're good credit wise, not just all cash, but credit wise as well. What's up, TC? Because you
Hey,
be
how
stressing.
are you? Happy 4th of
Hey.
July. Happy holidays of all of those that missed and to your chat. And glad that you're back, all of you,
Mm-hmm.
even the young ladies, safely back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just wanted to know if you ever did you get a seashell while you were down there? Because
No,
the
I
beach.
didn't. You know what? I didn't. I laid on the beach and I played in the pool and I watched the shows and stuff. But I tell you, even though I enjoyed it thoroughly, I'm not that beat for Jamaica. I like it, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not that beat for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing's wrong with it because I definitely enjoyed my vacation. Don't get me wrong. But my thing is to go and relax. Like I had my Kindle, I was gonna read my books, you know.
Okay.
I watched
Okay.
I watched a little bit of YouTube, not a lot, but I watched enough, like you know what I mean? And then I watched, of course, my gambling channels. You know, that's what I really stayed glued to, my gambling channels. And so
Gosh,
I enjoyed myself, but I didn't bring any seashells back. I'm telling you, that damn luggage was so heavy. TC, I didn't want to put anything in it. I didn't want to put
Lord.
I'm telling you, that shit hurt my back, baby. For days, I had to come home and I have some stuff called diclofenac and it's really great. And it's a topical cream. And I had to put that on and taking a leave to get that pressure, I believe, off of my back because I probably had then irritated my bulge. So I didn't want to bring anything back. And then Diva got mad. Let me tell y'all, Diva got mad, right?
Okay.
Because you wanted to bring the liquor back and all that shit. I didn't want to bring it back. And so we going through the airport, we coming home, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so she's struggling, but I'm struggling too. I got a
Right.
huge bag, and then I got this damn other bag on my shoulder with a bunch of garbage in it. So I'm struggling too, right? So I'm coming in front of her and I'm leaving because I'm going outside now because we, got to get ready to get our ride and stuff. And she said, shit. Yeah. I said, come on, Tiva. She said, I'm coming, but I got all these heavy damn bags. You chose to bring back 4 bottles of liquor, not Mz.Teavalocity. So you struggling because you chose to struggle. I already knew I was struggling and I wasn't bringing back no liquor and all that for more weight, you know? And then her and BB Nice and Quad Stuff was overweight, but they was nice enough not to charge them, not Miss T
Ooh,
Velocity. But still, my bag was heavy.
Lord
You mad because
Jesus.
I don't want to help you? So I grabbed the liquor, but shit, I got a lot going on too. You know, you gonna get mad. So, but I don't know.
Boy, y'all.
But
Well,
I
you know
did.
what? I'm glad that y'all got out, had fun. I'm glad this. It was just so nice to see y'all. I was just smiling. I said, "Oh, that is so great." So,
Yeah.
I did have a couple of maybe responses, just some things that I wanted to say in reference to the beefing sector, and I'm not a content creator, and you know that. However, I think I contribute in some ways in reference to some. Wait. I contribute to some
I done
information.
seen your ass on people platform, but go ahead.
And I've been a part of a couple of kerfuffles, and I've gotten over a couple of
You have.
1,000. So don't get traced. Y'all mean, y'all mean. Okay. All right. Now, um, I, I, I think the other people, the other sectors are definitely benefiting from the beefing sector. I think the beefing
Mm,
sector folks have
mhm.
mastered how to make money, how to make their bags.
The beefing sector. Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
And we have
Um,
generous people over here.
Absolutely. Honestly, listen, I mean, there's some ferocious people and there's some woo kind of folks. But when it
Mhm.
comes to knowing how to be strategic, the
Mhm.
beefing sector folks are that way. Now, I really we like people, we know people virtually.
Right. Right.
And then of course you get a chance to break bread with folks, and
Mhm.
then your relationships take go to another level, and
Mhm.
that's handful, whatever the case may be. And
Mhm.
then you keep it like that, like you said. But here's the one thing. I am really tired of people thinking that because you come into some money that other folks have never had money before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not Chanel bags, all the bags, all of that
Mm-hmm.
don't impress me. Not at all. Well, you mentioned we've talked about some things before. Financial wealth,
Mm-hmm.
generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
How to. There's a variety of different things and other steps. The bags depreciate. Everybody knows that. We know this. Bags depreciate. There's certain things that depreciate, and there's certain things that continue to garner a certain amount of wealth. Me myself, I love watches. I love
Mm-hmm.
timepieces. I have
Mm-hmm.
my grandfather's, three of my grandfather's timepieces, the ones that they used to keep on the
Mm-hmm.
on their suits. Those, and
Yeah.
they flipped them. I have three of
Mm.
those. What's in though the I guess you could say the minerals, the things that are inside of those, the metals that
Mm-hmm.
they that
Right.
that
Are
they have in them
valuable.
are what
Yeah.
people
Are
are
valuable.
looking for today.
Yeah. Very valuable. You absolutely right about that. You're
Right.
absolutely right.
Now give
So
me a couple of art pieces.
yeah.
Let me, a couple of art pieces,
Mm-hmm.
some porcelain pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Now we talk about, okay, I don't even want to go into that part of it, but what I'm saying is that folks come on here and then they get this braggadocious attitude, and we all know that you go up but then you can come down. We fall down, we go up, down. We know this. It's a
Mm-hmm.
cycle of
Mm-hmm.
life. And
Right.
then you want to
So do you
come,
think
you want to. Mhm.
let's cut through the chase here because I think I get where you want to say. I don't want to cut you. So do you think that this Rob lady was wrong? You heard her brag or something? What do you feel about it? Because I think that's what you're getting at because I saw your comment up there. So have you heard her brag about a lot of stuff?
So I see. I don't look at it as bragging, because when you've had it, it's not
Mhm,
bragging. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
It's
mhm,
like she's coming into something and it's new to her, but it's not new to a whole lot of other people. It's like, okay, great, wonderful. You got a bag, okay. You got a Louis Vuitton set, okay, great.
mhm,
Okay, who cares? But I've seen it, like, it was a lot to her, but it
mhm.
was like, okay, join. Black people have had some things. Black people have had some stuff. Like, you're not the only one. It's not the first time. But the bottom line is that here it is. Now you're at this point, and you have to humble yourself, and
Okay.
you're up in the penthouse. Who
Mhm.
cares?
So all these nice things that she have had, do you think that perhaps she shouldn't have to come on here and ask anyone for anything?
Right,
Because
I do.
you have name brand bags, you probably drive a nice car, a beautiful home for whatever reason. Why would you have to come and ask
For four
for
thousand
anything
dollars.
for $4,000 not no lot of damn money. You should have that. If I buy a bag, a Chanel bag for say a grand, $1,500, I know damn well I should have 4 grand in the bank if I'm paying 1,500 on a Chanel bag or a Gucci
Exactly.
bag. I know I better have triple times that in the bank somewhere in case something happens. Now you can sell your bags. You could, I mean, you get down, you go to Poshmark. I guess
Right.
Poshmark, eBay, somewhere like that, and sell your stuff. But if you bragging about those things, then you definitely should have a nice bank account. If you wearing Louis, you wearing Gucci, you driving whatever, you should have a nice bank account. See, that's what's
Exactly.
wrong with us. We wear our wealth, our so-called wealth.
So
And
called.
then we get in shit like this. And then we have to ask people for things. Like I said, I'm not saying anything basically against this sister, but I am saying this. Just be humble. Just be
Be
humble.
humble.
Just be
Exactly.
humble. You know, I heard several clips of saying how braggadocious she was about this, her wife, and now you have to do a GoFundMe. We need to put shit in place so we don't have to do GoFundMe's. We don't have to come down here and beg. And like I said, it's generous people on YouTube.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, you know, the beef sector know how to get the bag, and people know things to do, and people got schemes and scams and kind of whatever is there, but don't have to rely on that.
And the other piece is, it was asked of her, about her equity in her house. But then it was told that she said that it wasn't financially smart at this time to look in, to take any equity out of her house. But it's okay for you to take equity out of other people's pockets.
Pocket. Now that's something too I find crazy. I went through a divorce. Okay, but anybody know I went through a divorce. I lost. I must say. And I lost because I just wanted to go. Not thinking, I lost because I just wanted it to be over. However, when you invest with someone and you guys have an investment, there should be some type of equal investment. You should never rely on one person,
No.
and I'm not saying I'm gonna stick you with the bills. If I can financially help you, I'll help you. But if for some reason we go on our separate ways, sometimes you on your own, just like I'm on my own. Now, if that was my husband, my wife, say for instance, because I know they wife and wife, I would feel like shit if she was down asking for a GoFund. If my relationship was over with her and I hear that the wife is a doctor, I don't know. I'm just going on clips and stuff.
She's a nurse.
She's a nurse. But I heard Nate Rod was a nurse as well.
Okay.
I don't think so. Because when I heard her, so I went back to watch her video just to see, what was going on and what people were saying just for myself, because I wanted to know. And when I went over there, she wasn't talking as if she was a nurse. It was as if she was in criminal justice or she was on that line of work, right? Because if you're a nurse, you can go anywhere and find a job. And if you have no responsibility, you could make double the money because you could become a traveling nurse. So I don't think she was a nurse, but someone told me she was a nurse. But now you saying the wife is a nurse. See how you hear shit? Now I heard the wife was a doctor.
Well, there was just a clip that was on, and the wife gave her story about who she was and how her and Rob met. So this was the clip from the wife, not
So the nurse, the wife is a nurse.
Yes.
So she can make decent money. She can make.
Oh, she does. Money. Yeah, absolutely.
Depend on what I mean. They make decent
money. Military and nurse. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So the security came from over there. It sounds like. Mm-hmm. Oh, see, I was told that Nate Rob was a nurse, and if she was a nurse, then she's saying they denied her jobs in. Oh, she's a nurse practitioner. That's good money. That's good money, but it's all a matter how you live with the money you have. You know what I mean?
Just a lot of people have a lot of money, but they don't save a lot of money. Right.
Right. If you're not spending your money, I mean, you can go broke, baby. Millionaires go broke if you spend your money recklessly. Whatever she was, I don't know if the security was in her or both of them together doing their own thing. However, they parting ways. We all know that because it came out of her mouth. Like I said, I never heard from the wife being a nurse. I thought doctor. See how people spin shit? They said she was a doctor. They showed a white coat saying that she was a doctor. Now, Kimberly in here saying a nurse practitioner, which makes good money. But again, you have to have your own bag. See, when I saw my marriage going bad, now check this out. When I saw my marriage going bad, I started saving. I started money in my own account because I knew my plan was to leave. My plan was to leave, so I just started stashing money. So when I got up and moved, I had my own stuff. I had my own money. I had my own credit, because I knew I wasn't going to stay in the marriage. So you can't put all your eggs in one basket just because you feel comfortable with somebody supporting you. You always have to have your own. And I know they say you don't go into marriage thinking about a divorce, or, you don't go into marriage like that. Some people say they have never split anything with their husband or their wives or whatever, Some people say,
right.
No, I don't believe in that, Well, I do. Because anything could go wrong. And you should always have your own. That's why I didn't believe in being a stay-at-home mom. I did it, but I didn't do it for a long period of time. I did it reverse. I did it when my kids went to high school because I wanted to stay abreast of that during high school. Not when they
Smart
were
move.
I worked.
Right.
And then when my kids went to high school, I stayed home for a couple of years just to see what was going on. But I didn't feel all that great and comfortable because I wanted my own. See, I don't never want to give someone the opportunity to say you did shit for me, and you leaving me out there high and dry, Like I said, it's sad that she even have to take to get a GoFundMe. Because you should have had enough sense to see that your shit was going sour and you should have started banking your money. You should have started working harder. You should have started putting in overtime to secure yourself. So I wish, women would really get it together when it comes to that,
So I just want to say, number one, kudos to you for doing it the opposite in reference to the children. The children need you more in high school, getting ready to go to college, than they do any other time. I'm gonna just be honest. And I know, if you have to take them to a daycare, you want to be able to, have a certain amount of time with them. Exactly. I get it. The bonding. I get that. That's understandable. I do want to say this though. It is a poor rat. It's a poor rat that has one hole.
Woo!
And
say it.
And it's a poor rat that has one hole. Let me say something. Just because somebody says that they want to take care of you and you can stay home.
Don't. See, I've never heard anyone say that other than me. I've heard it. And you know what? When I was leaving my husband, he was talking shit to me. I told you I could be beast. I said, oh, is a poor rat that only has one hole. Oh, I used to do that all the time. You talking shit is a poor rat that only has one hole.
You don't know.
And I'm not.
You don't know.
Yeah, because people would talk stuff to you, especially when they taking care of you. And I already knew the position I was in, so I said, I'm gonna fix this one.
And this is the thing about the taking care of. It's a nice gesture. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So you're just going to stay home and do nothing. You're going to stay home and just stay on YouTube. Okay. I don't think so. But this is the other thing. Anything can happen to that person. They can get sick. They can get ill. They can get down in their health. Something can happen. Of course, you can get a divorce just because you're not jibing anymore. Okay. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So it's a poor rat that has one hole. If you have the health and the strength and the life and the wherewithal, go ahead and do something and plan and have something, a home-based business, a nonprofit organization where you are working together and you're doing things and you're garnering a certain, je ne sais quoi. Now in Atlanta or in and around Atlanta, there are a myriad of various opportunities and resources. Of course, you have industries that have sprouted up in that Atlanta, in that area. Of course, I would have gone somewhere, gotten some certification programs. Let me tell you something. When I went down to visit Tita and I met some folks in the DMV, And it was a wonderful thing. Let me tell you, a lot of folks graduate from high school. They go to get those certification programs, and they do real estate, and they do this and do that and the other, and they can garner over 6 figures just with a high
Girl,
school education, and go get some certification programs, an apprenticeship program or whatever, and they can live very well,
let me
very
stop
well.
you. Let me stop
Okay,
you there.
y'all
'Cause
know
you,
I love my HBCUs though,
no,
but you know I'm
you
saying.
slid that in. You said you was in DC and you visited Tita.
I was in PG County, bro. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You
Mm-hmm.
didn't visit Tiva, and you ain't called Tiva. See, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't
Ah,
shit. That's why I'm cool with you
T,
folks. You ain't
T,
called Tiva. You ain't called
T.
what?
See,
What?
that's not right. That's not
No,
right,
no,
T.
no, 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 no,
Don't
no,
put
no.
me on Front Street. Don't do. Okay.
You was gonna slide that in, but I caught it. I caught it. You ain't visit Tiva, but you visit Tita. No, that's okay, sweetheart. I know you had that thing. I wasn't here that week. You had something going on. You had slid me in. I'm just teasing with you. But no, I'm not judging or anything like that. She felt comfortable, but I this is just something that I was taught, really. And I've never been so comfortable to just have someone. And like I said, I worked along with my husband and we built. And then I
Right.
decided that I wasn't going to work when
Right.
my kids went to high school. And I purposely did that because this was something I was real firm about taking my kids to and from. I didn't care. My husband used to get mad. You chauffeur them everywhere. Nope. I'm taking my kids to the dance and I'll be there to pick my kids up. So I wanted to see how they transitioned in high school. So I didn't work for like maybe the first year of it, but then I didn't like staying home because I wanted my own money. Because again, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know, in a relationship when it's going sour, that's when you have to start putting your shit together. How I'm gonna get
Right.
out of this? If I have to run, what will I have? You know? And I did daycare, just like y'all said. I watched some little kids at home. I started doing
See,
daycare.
there you go.
There asked parents who didn't want to pay, even though I was doing good daycare. You know, I did something to have money because I never wanted that to come back on me, and I always wanted to spend. And I must give it to my husband. He was a provider. My husband gave me his whole check, and I
Okay.
gave him some out. And at the time, he loved smoking weed and drinking his gin. And I would give him enough to buy his little goodies, and that was it. And I bought everything. I took care of everything, you know, as
Mm-hmm.
far as I
Okay.
paid the bill, but it was with his money. I didn't have to. I
Right.
chose to because, like I said, when I start seeing things changing, I was like, get your own,
Mm-hmm.
sis, get your own. And so I was working and I worked some overtime shifts and stuff. I was going to school and everything because I was preparing myself for what I thought that
Right.
was going to happen and us separating. So
See, there you go.
I see women like that all the time. Their husbands are breadwinners, and the wives have no idea how to even fill out. Now, you say that, and Kimberly, I'm going to
Yes.
piggyback off that because in my profession, I have seen women like that, and I have seen women in different cultures as well.
The
And
same way.
it's
Right.
certain things they ask us to look for when you have women that don't have any control over what's going on as far as in their lives, in their household. Because some of it could be, in some ways, a sign of abuse. Because you could be financially abused. You know what I mean? And so
Wow.
you look for certain things, and then it could be cultural. And so when they come in and you ask questions to the women, the men answer. And that's
Right.
something we just don't like. You know, we're asking her the question, she should be able to answer. And you have women that don't work outside of the home and basically they call kept women, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
then, too, that's control. You know, if it's not culture wise,
Absolutely.
it's control. And you don't want somebody to have that much control over you that you don't educate yourself or you don't, you know, take care of yourself where you have to depend on them. because that's a form of abuse in a way. Because
Abuse.
if I'm talking to TC, I want TC to tell me about what's going on with her body or what's going on. I don't want him to tell me. I'm talking to you.
Exactly.
And a lot of times they do that. You allow people to
Mm-hmm.
take so much control over you that you don't speak for yourself and you're no longer yourself.
Yes, you lose
And that
yourself
can be
there.
culture wise too. In different
Right.
cultures, they do that. The women don't speak too much. Thank you, Weremy. So I feel bad if she hey Victoria baby. I feel bad if she didn't stop at one point and think this is going south. I better get my own.
Get your own.
Get your own.
Get
You
your
guys get your
I
own.
don't
I don't
understand.
care how great your marriage is. Educate yourself. Try to educate yourself. I remember when I was going to school, and I told you me and my husband was having a tough time. And he was a provider. He was a hell of a provider. I couldn't take that away. Great husband, absolutely not. Great father, no. I wouldn't give him that because he was so busy trying to provide so we can keep this status up, right? Because I told you I was decent. So I was going to school. Hold on, you guys, right quick. TC, say something. I mean, hold on.
Okay. I was just okay. I was just wanting to just piggyback off of the DMV area. The people who are from that DMV area in the DMV area in the present, very enterprising people.
So I'm back. What happened? What the hell happened to TC? So anyway, I knew it was going, and he wasn't very supportive. And I mean, I was working, I was taking care of kids, I was cooking, I was getting up early, trying to do all that stuff. And he wasn't very supportive of me going to school because I think he knew once I get this piece of paper that I was sailing. I think he knew too, because we knew the marriage was going south, right? We was just making it work and stuff like that. And I felt secure. I felt secure to a certain extent. I knew we had nice stuff. I knew he was a provider and he was going to continue to provide, but I wasn't going to allow you to keep talking shit to me because you was providing for me and ours, right? So I was going to school. I was struggling. My youngest son was just all over the place, man. He just was causing me just all over. He was the youngest. And my husband never supported me in school and I struggled. And so when I would come home and I would say, "Oh yeah, I passed this," or I did this, I'm graduating. He said, "Oh yeah, I know you could do it, but you didn't help me." So when stuff is going south. And when things going south, you prepare yourself. That's like them telling you. They told us 100 times. It was all on the television. Get your insurance. We're going to have this massive flood. Get your insurance. Make sure you have insurance. TC, what happened? I'm going to drop the link again. Maybe her phone died. Anybody else could jump up here and join this conversation. They warn you. You always see red flags or warning signs. You choose to ignore them. You choose to ignore red flags and warning signs because you want something to work, right? So they telling you, is a flood coming? Is a flood coming? Make sure this is the worst flood ever since 1962. Make sure that you get your flood insurance. And so people call left and right getting their flood insurance. And some people choose to ignore it. And then here's this massive flood that takes everything away. And you don't have insurance. That's stupid on your part because they gave you plenty of time to get insurance and they gave you many, many warnings. It's the same thing in a marriage. Hold on, baby. That's you, right?
It is.
Okay. They give you many, many warnings in relationships, and you have to be smart. It's not a judging thing. It's just that you make sure, self-preservation sometimes. Make sure you're secure. Hey, look at my little fella. Hold on, let me make sure that's my little fella. The one who said I was an older lady. JD,
It
that's you?
it is me. How's everyone doing this evening?
I'm doing
Hi.
well.
Hey, I
Hey.
just I clicked up here to say because I didn't know that TC had came back,
Mhm.
but this marriage was over before it began. That's the reason why they have been dating on and off for 20 years. And they
20
only got
years.
married. Yeah, and they only got married 7 years ago. So they were on and off for 13 years before deciding to get married. That was the first red flag.
Oh, the plot thickens. See, I don't
Right.
know much about it. And like I said, this is a great conversation just to have as women and the little fella here, but that you always, I don't care what type of relationship it is, you never get so comfortable that you don't look out for yourself and you allow people to take away, control. And to me, that's controlling you.
13 years? 13
She
freaking
said
years though?
20. She said 20.
Well, no, well, in total, they dated for 13 years, been married
Right.
for 7 years, which would
Mhm.
equal about 20 years.
Dang.
The wife is
Okay, Diva.
41, and I think Rob is 51. So it's like a 10-year age difference.
Right, right.
So when they first started talking, the wife was like, I would assume 21 years old, and Rob was 31.
Oh, she's older than the wife.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Go ahead,
And
Jay.
that's another thing that would
I didn't know
frustrate
you know.
me to have a woman that's older than me and I'm taking care of her and she ain't doing nothing. Child, please.
Well, JD, now listen. 10 years is not a lot of. My husband's 10 years older than me. Was 10 years older than me.
Well, I'm not saying that it's a big difference, but I am
Mhm.
saying that you should have laid a path before I even came into your presence because you had a 10-year head start. Why am I doing everything?
Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay. I get what you're saying there. You should have had a
Right.
head start. But you know what? Everyone, let me tell you something. Everyone is not educated in far as financially educated, or everybody's shit is not together just because they by a certain age. There's a lot of people's stuff is not together and they older. JD, you can't just say that
Mm-hmm.
because maybe her stuff wasn't together. But now, if you was off and on in a relationship, and this with anybody, then those are red flags. So if you off and on, then something is not working, and now you forcing a square into a circle.
A
You see
circle.
what I'm saying? So it's not, there go Diva, it's not going to work. Anybody could come up here, keep your power. I would never relinquish my financial stability. Yeah, yeah, and see, that's what I think happened. You think she got too comfortable with this chick?
I'm
Who?
almost sure that I I think that Rob did because I mean she got her when she was in her early 20s.
So you would so
But
if I'm not mistaken, if it was the other way around, it wouldn't be so bad if the wife who was supporting Rob was older. Would you look at it
Well,
different?
I wouldn't look at it different necessarily, but I just think that that's interesting because it's almost like to me, in my opinion, that Rob, even though it really wasn't fitting together and she was 10 years older, she knew that,
Mm-hmm.
but she saw this woman going through medical school. That's all that she could see.
You think, hold on, we got another queen up here. That's you, just Andrea?
Yes, it's
Just
me.
mm-hmm.
It's me.
all right, baby girl. Cool. Stand by. Go ahead, JD. You think she saw her going through medical school?
She got with her when she was 21. Who is
Damn.
in med school at the age of 21?
But she's not a doctor.
Yeah, she's a nurse, JD.
She's a nurse.
She's a
Ah,
nurse
she
practitioner.
she said on Sean Bradley that the wife was a
See?
doctor.
CTC, I'm confused.
The
Now
the
TC,
the
go
listen,
ahead.
I get you. No, I'm just saying that is there was just a clip that said that is a story. Not I don't want to say story time, but it was how I met Rob. That's what it was the wife, and she was a nurse. And she said, where she was, when they met, how they met at the white party, all that kind of stuff. And then she's a nurse.
She's a
Even
nurse
on VS,
practitioner.
y'all. hold on, even on VS, and VS got it on members, but that live from yesterday morning when Rob clicked that link and her and VS fell out, Rob even stated that it had been rumors around Atlanta that her wife was cheating because it was a stud who was also a doctor at the same hospital that her wife was. So that's why I assumed that the wife was a doctor. But I know that I heard her say that because I've been here since when she used to be on here bragging. Ain't no nurse. Nurses really do that? I mean, I got cousins that's nurses, and
nurses keep that before a doctor will. They will get rid of doctors before they will a nurse, because actually a nurse is a doctor, and they get a twofer when they have a nurse.
A nurse practitioner makes a little more and does a little different. They have
and she can administer and she administers meds.
Right.
Or he.
Right.
Or he.
Yeah, they nurse practitioners are a little different. They a step under a doctor.
Right.
So they study more. So she probably was making jack. So she called to a doctor. They nurse practitioners. They a step under a doctor. And yes, they do write medications. And yes, they do fill in for doctors when doctors not there. So nurse practitioners, they are a step above the just a regular nurse. Okay. They just a step under. So it's a little more education. It's further education. But maybe that's why she was calling her a doctor. I don't know. Or was she just bullshitting, trying to make her wife more than what she was?
Well, that's the thing. I've been here from whenever her and the wife got married. I remember when Rob moved here because I was already living here. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
At that time, I was just a subby though, and I was happy to know that she had moved out here. I was a subscriber. I did content, but not often. But long story short, that's what she said, and I just feel like you shouldn't let anybody take care of you because you are giving them too much power. And the fact that you could sit on your ass and wait 7 years not doing anything.
Oh, she didn't work for 7 years?
Nope.
The wife was taking care of her.
And not have $4,000 at the end of that.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Andre.
She could at least put her ass in college or something. But I'm going to go on mute.
Go ahead, Andrea. Jump in, baby. Hey, thanks for joining us. What you think about
Andrea?
Hey, now, this is not just about Nate Rob. We are using Nate Rob as an example for a daughter.
And I was going to say that. And the reason I was going to say that because when I got married, I had 2 kids back to back, and I stopped working because the daycare was high. So my husband was like, I'll take care of you and the family. I said, okay. But that first month that he was like, I was like, I need this money. He was like, for what? And then I said, oh no, I started my own daycare business because I didn't like that. And I watched that same scene with my mother. I watched that same scene. Excuse me. My mother did not work. She worked off and on, but she had 7 kids. And my dad used to do that same bullshit to my mother. And I was like, I am not going to be like this. And so I started my daycare business. And when we got divorced, I was able to take care of myself because I still was able to take care of me. But I know how that same scene, when you started saying what you spend the money on and all that, I didn't like that feeling. I was like, I'll work. So she should have done something, even a home business. If she at home, it have home business right now, that she could be making money while she was at home.
Right.
But this is why she was doing YouTube. But this is my thing, and this is why I emphasize the age difference, y'all. Because even with her having 10 years up on that woman, she should have had some type of savings or something before she even entered the marriage.
If she was buying all them expensive bags, I mean, that's where her money was going to. Shoot, come on now. I used to watch Nate Rob back in the day. She was talking about expensive bags and expensive purses. So if she was buying all that money, that's what her money was going to.
So hold on. Let's stay there for a minute. And this not Nate Rob, you guys, because let's say this. You saying she was buying all those expensive bags and shit, right?
That's what she
wasn't working.
That's what she was seeing back in the day.
Perhaps her wife got sick of her buying all those expensive bags and thought No, chick, you probably using me.
Exactly.
Cause I.
So
Yeah.
I guess nobody up here has mentioned that the wife went through cancer this year.
Yes, I did hear
Go
that.
ahead and mention it. You go ahead and
She
mention
said
it.
that.
Go
She
ahead.
did
Oh,
say
did
that.
you say it? Yeah. The wife got cancer and was going through chemotherapy. I think it started last year. Well, I don't know if it was chemo. I just know she had cancer. But what I do know is in February, the wife started getting better, and now here we are. Rob want to leave her. Rob said she didn't leave her back then because she didn't want to leave her wife while her wife was sick.
So is
So
it
that's
just
another part of the puzzle right here.
so is it Rob
Yeah.
wanting to leave her wife, JD, or is it that the wife don't want to be bothered either? See, we don't know.
Well, no, she said on Sean Bradley that she needed a break because while her wife was down with cancer, she was managing everything, which I think is crazy because I mean, hell, wasn't your wife managing everything for the last 7 years that y'all was married? Now because she went through cancer, you tired and you need a break? The fuck?
But I found something suspicious when she said to Sean Bradley that she didn't go on vacation with none of her girlfriends. That's not weird. You don't have no outside friends that you. She said she want to go home.
No.
She said no. That's something. You've been in
No,
Atlanta.
I'm not talking about on that show. I watched it. I told you to try to see what was going on. So if I spoke on it, I would have some knowledge of it. And she said she's lonely, you guys. So let's talk about that.
But why you don't have no friends in Atlanta? You've been there 7 years.
In Atlanta, and you lonely?
I saw a video because I was trying to watch Rob to see from what people were saying in the clips that I had caught. Was she braggadocious? You know, how did she live and just different things, her commentary. And she said she's lonely. She said, I'm very lonely. I don't have no friends. Now, this is what she said. You could go over there. I don't know what video it is, but she says, I'm lonely. I have no family here. I have no friends. She said, my wife has her mother. My mother-in-law is here. She said this. My mother-in-law is here. So my wife has somebody, but I have no family, no friends, and I want to go back home. Now, that was a video I saw of hers saying she didn't have anybody and she feels real lonely.
But she knew that 7 years ago when she moved down here and married the woman.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But according to a lot of people, and I'll ask you, JD, Atlanta is full of people that you could meet and go out with. So why would you not have any friends?
Nobody.
See, it could be a little deeper than that. It could be deeper than that, but I won't go into deeper. But yeah, girl, she better get on the Greyhound. She better get on the Greyhound. It's less than $4,000.
But Atlanta, we can say that's okay. But why? But you can still go home to your mom and daddy for a couple weeks. Why you gotta go home? Why do you have to go home? I'm just asking.
Because she's lonely. She have no family, no friends there. She says only the mother-in-law and her wife, and the marriage is not working out. We know the marriage is not working out. So now she wants to go home. And
but whose fault is that? Mz.Teavalocity, whose fault is that she been in a place for 7 years and didn't make friends? My first year here, I made several friends. And when I tell you several, I started hanging out. My first friend that I met, she introduced me to several of her other friends because she invited me to a party. That's how you make friends. You go out, you make friends.
But this is the other thing in Atlanta, in a lot of places, you go out, you make friends, your friends make friends, you make friends with their friends and friends and friends. You, as a matter of fact, you'll be so tired because people are asking you to go here, people are asking you to go there. If they're asking you to go, if they're asking you to be around.
And that is facts, TC. I'm so tired of the daiquiri factory. I ain't been to the daiquiri factory in about 5 years.
But
only because we always went there. Everybody wanted to go there. I was tired.
Look what Victoria said.
What
See,
she said?
it can get deeper. We're not all in this girl's business, but I'm going to say this. Victoria's saying she was isolated.
Why? Why is she
I,
isolated? Why is she isolating herself? Because my thing is, I used to, my parents, I have moved since I was a baby, and I've been living in California since I'm 14. I have made tons of friends, and I still got friends back home to my dad and my hometown. So why is she isolated? Why is she choosing to be isolated? It's a choice.
Girl, we could talk about who we want over here. You could leave. If she your granddaughter, then you send her $4,000 and get the hell up from over here. If you don't like what we're talking about, because this is my house. I didn't ask you to come to my house. You dropped your ass in here. So go ahead somewhere else, because we gonna talk about. Keep going, y'all.
Yeah, why is she herself?
I was just saying that she did choose to be isolated, because she could have gotten out the house as much as she wanted to if she chose to, because if the woman is a doctor or a nurse practitioner, the woman is out of the house 12 plus hours a day. So I'm trying to figure out how somebody who is married to a doctor can feel isolated. And girl, if the doctor is at the hospital, huh?
She was in Atlanta. They had that show there. Perhaps her wife went on outings. No, I'm not trying to be funny. Maybe her wife could have met up with those. What is Married to Medicine?
Medicine. Well, she could have gone and gotten on.
Because one thing about it, when you run in a certain social circle, and I'm being for real now, a certain social circle.
That's right. Tell it.
Exposed to different things. So when you're a doctor and you run in a certain social circle, you are exposed to many people and many events you go to when you're a doctor. It's part of the game. So
I just don't see how she could be isolated when her wife was at work 75% of the day. You got time to go and meet and greet and do whatever or try to make friends.
Right.
What, was you just staying up in the house? Or was you just lazy doing YouTube videos? What's the problem?
Well, wait, hold on now. Let's go there, JD, because you calling it lazy. And I just want to say this. There's a lot of people who stay home, and that's all they are YouTubers. They YouTubers. Maybe she chose that. I'm not talking about what she chose to do. I'm just saying she saw it coming. She should have been prepared. And if you see something coming, then you should be prepared. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't have to come out here and ask somebody for $4,000. You should either have credit. You should be credit worthy to get you $4,000.
I know that's the free grant.
Now that's a fact.
But here's the thing: there are a lot of people that are YouTubers, vloggers, whatever you want to call it. But they do have lives. They're not isolated. They have lives.
Yeah.
I mean, so what is the deal with the we don't know what's really going on for real.
We don't know.
But the thing is, I thought it was sound a little weird when she said when I interviewed with Sean Brady that she don't have no girlfriend to go on vacation with. That's just weird to me.
She said she feel lonely.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't been on vacation with a lot of my girlfriends. So why are you not going on vacation with your girlfriend? Your wife is okay.
Hold up. Mz.Teavalocity don't have a lot of girlfriends.
Okay.
I don't have some people choose just not to have friends. It sounds weird, you guys.
Okay.
Something else is going on. I think Victoria might be hitting it on the head. And I'm going to tell you why Victoria might be hitting it on the head. Because y'all, let's wrap our heads around this. If you're taking care of me and I'm laying back and I'm financially dependent on you and I'm dependent on you and I might have just a little YouTube check every now and then perhaps you had control over me. And that's what Victoria is saying. She may have had control over her, where if she go out, it could have caused some problems. So she just chose to stay and just play the wife, part. I don't know.
Okay, then I will take that. Then why not go home for a couple weeks then and see if you homesick, and why not go home for a couple weeks?
Or why not just go ahead and get a divorce? She's not homesick. She would go ahead and leave.
Just leave. Right.
Just
but don't
leave.
Other people's expenses, because you didn't have your shit together.
We up here talking about her issues and things of that nature. She needs $4,000, and here's the thing. And Jay Dunn, check this out. She needs $4,000 first and last month's rent in DC. Whatever you're gonna do with that. But the bottom line is, if you're going home
and you have a job lined up,
she said she had a job offer and it came through. Then how come you can't go home to your whoever's at home and stay with them until you get on your feet?
Because she said she needs to pay her way. She don't want to live with somebody and basically.
She's not paying her way because she's asking somebody else for money. That's not paying your way. Go to the YMCA and stay in one of those hotels that they have for people, and then she can pay her way. Paying your way doesn't mean
she ain't do that. She knows she thinks she better than that. Come on now.
Oh yeah, she thinks she's supposed to go to the yacht. But you see delusions of grandeur.
I can't let me address this right quick. Kimberly Black, I don't want it to seem like that because I don't know them. But what I am saying is I do know enough to say that perhaps this young lady didn't think and put her shit together. It's no fault to it's both faults if a relationship don't work out. We're not talking about that. I'm talking more about, I'm talking about more seeing red flags. That's why I say it's not just about her. It just came up because I happened to see this. It's more about you having your shit together. Hey, what's going on here? Hold on. You having your stuff together, depending on people, and for you to have to come down here and ask someone. I'm not talking about nobody's fault that the marriage didn't work, but it's deeper than, hold on, it's deeper than what, TC, that's you? I don't know what's going on. It's deeper than probably what we know, and it's not for us to know everything, and it's not one to blame. It's just odd that you don't have your shit together and you was braggadocious about some things. That's what I'm saying. And then you have to come to people to ask for. So the whole thing in a nutshell is have your own stuff. Don't depend on anyone. Where you at? Yeah, go ahead.
I think you are forgetting a big fact of this. This lady used to work in law enforcement before she ever got married to this woman. Did you know that?
No, I said I heard her say something about criminal justice ain't what it used to be from when she was there, but I didn't know she worked. I don't know much about her. I went to see the video just to see what was going on, baby, because I had heard them talking about her, and I wanted to see if I can see her persona as being braggadocious or something like that, or shitting on people when you talk, or something like that before I made a statement about her. But go ahead, baby. I didn't know where she was.
Well, okay, so before she even decided to marry the lady 7 years ago, before they moved to Atlanta, she had a whole career as a probation officer or a parole officer, one of the two. And my thing is, even once you leave that career, after you have made that career, you should have something that you can dip out of after you done it for so many years and just put that in your savings.
But sometimes, JD, a lot of times people don't realize that people live from paycheck to paycheck. That shit's true. And if you're used to nice stuff, perhaps you can spend your money any way you want to. I'm not telling nobody not to buy fancy clothes. I've done it all or something like that. But at one point, you have to see what's important. Name brand clothes is nice. Louis bags, all that stuff, Gucci shoes, belts, all that stuff is nice. But you have to make sure that your shit is in order to wear that stuff, that your stuff is in order to wear that stuff and to maintain that. And sometimes we worried about what people see on us. And so we wear our wealth. And they say Black people are really good for that, like wearing their wealth. And it started way back when. We always had to try to keep up with, back in the day, Caucasian and stuff. So we wore our wealth, and we still do it to this time instead of investing in ourselves. And that's where I'm going with this. She didn't invest in herself, but she could have been living paycheck to paycheck. We don't know.
Not when she was there in DC with her family.
How you know?
I know that because she is saying that that's where she want to go, and she want to have all this debt that everybody else need to do. Now she's saying that she could live with some of the people, but she got to pay them something. Well, if that's the case, then when you was in DC originally, you should have been able to live with them and pay them for something. The thing is, she had snatched up her a young tenderoni who was about to go to medical school.
JT, yeah, yeah.
Who was about to go to medical school, and she thought that that was her meal ticket. And now here we come 7 years later, and that's not the case.
I'm not.
And now she want everybody else to pay for her. No, stop that. And that's the thing. Rob and me have a little bit of history because the last time Rob had clicked my link, she was trying to tell me to meet her at Cumberland Mall. At that time, she was trying to fight me because of my community wall. And so I just think it's interesting that you want to fight me because of my community wall. But guess what? I'm doing everything that I need to do. Done paid all of my fines and all that. And I ain't do a GoFundMe for shit. But you up here on the GoFundMe.
Lord JD, that's my JD. Let me tell you something, little fella, though.
Keeping it real.
DC is very expensive to live in the DMV.
Yes.
Area. Nobody fool you. And let me tell you something. If she don't have a job lined up, $4,000, that's cheap for first and last month rent. Take it for what I know. If you want to live decent, $4,000 is not going to get you first and last month rent. Not in DMV area. I'm telling you what I know. It's hell of a expensive here. Hell of a expensive. And so if she's not walking in a job, and let me tell you something, whatever happens, I don't know the lady. I wish the lady well, but I wish that this would be a learned lesson for her. If she go into another relationship, if any woman in here go into a relationship, have your own. Don't depend on no one. I don't give a damn what school. I had an opportunity. Go ahead. But anywho, don't depend on anyone. Because I had an opportunity just recently to date a doctor. Yes.
Being taken care of, there's a cost. There's a price.
Right. You have to be very careful. People control you like that.
And I remember that's my mother's price. My mother's price, she's gone to heaven, but she didn't work, and my daddy was controlling the money, and I didn't like that. I told her all the time I couldn't take it.
Yep. So that's just a price to pay sometimes. So if you if you see your stuff going left, get yourself together, make plans. Everybody can't do it, but to hold finances from people, that's a form of abuse. To control people, that's a form of abuse. So we just need to stay out of abusive relationships. Now, I have two women that's part of the LGBT community, and Jay Dunn, I heard you say this before. You said normally gay women, now let me make sure that I put it right. Gay couples are equally yoke-like. You wouldn't go and, for instance, you wouldn't date down. You said date down. I heard you say that somewhere. You said y'all normally date on the same level, right?
That is correct, but I don't think that that's synonymous to lesbians or gay people, but that's just in general, in relationships in general.
Yeah.
I am not going to date you if you ain't going to work. No, I am not going to pay for you to sit on my sofa and eat all day. No, I'm not going to pay you to be over there watching YouTube and shit like that. I'm not even, if you decide to sit on my sofa and be on YouTube all day, I'll stop paying the internet bill. Girl, use up your data. Whatever you gotta do.
You know what, Jay Dunn?
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
understand why
with
she
Jay
was
Dunn.
that
I'm with Jay Dunn. I don't.
job or something.
We have to be evenly yoked. I'm not dating. I'm not gonna date, marry, whatever. Down, commit down. I'm not gonna do it. It's just not gonna work. I'm not gonna take care of. Nope, I'm not gonna take care of you. Now, listen. Don't get me. Don't get it twisted. If something happens and someone is ill, I'm there. I'm gonna stick it through to the end of the road. Don't get it twisted. Now I'm there. I'm a loyalist and I'm going to be there. However, if we are both a sound mind body and we have 2 legs, 2 arms, and get out there and do our thing, I'm going to support you. I'm going to even put you in a position. If I'm going to utilize my position and we will work it together, you have your business, I have my business, and then we're going to have a business together, and then we're going to bring family and friends along together. We're going to bring family and friends along together. We're going to have insurances, making sure that everyone knows exactly what the situation is, because as we live here, wonderful life, and I ain't going nowhere. I mean, but I'm saying I'm going to make sure that we are prepared in case that when that day happens as well. So I mean, a lot of folks don't be thinking about these kinds of things, but we have to think about that. And I want somebody that has the same value system and they're thinking along the same lines. Chanel, Prada, and Gucci and Uchi and Lucci, all of that don't mean jack to me. And if it doesn't appreciate in value, I don't want it. I'm already pissed off that I used to love my Skechers sneakers, and now that Snoop Doggy Dogg started promoting and doing commercials for Skechers, it's done going up to $80. It was $40 for.
Because I wear Skechers, girl. I got all kinds of Skechers.
I mean, you got to go to the warehouse.
I ain't worn. What?
Listen, you got to go to.
Can I?
Let me just finish this. I know Jay Dunn is serious. I get you, boo. But I'm just saying that, listen, just so you know, Miss T, you got to go to those outlets. You get the ones at the price that we used to. But because Black people, especially when Black people start promoting stuff.
Keep that one up there, Miss T. No, put it right back. Put it right back.
Uh-oh.
Let's go. Here we go. Wait, let TC finish before you black out. Go ahead, TC.
No, I was just saying that we have to think. I don't care about all of that other stuff. We're gonna wear what we wear, and we're gonna look good. We're gonna smell good, all that good stuff. But I'm not going to just have one person. I'm gonna be at work. You're not gonna be at work. You're gonna stay home, or I'm gonna stay home, and then you do the. No, that's not gonna work. Absolutely not. And we're gonna have a nonprofit organization because we're gonna pay it forward at the same time. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me cut this out. Go ahead. You can answer this, but let me address this right quick. Okay. Summer Breeze, I know of you, and I know you could be messy sometimes, but we're not talking about Bambi over here. Don't start that shit over here, baby. I think you know me, and I definitely know you, but we're not starting that. So Jay Dunn, don't address that part, but address the other one if you want to, but don't address that one. Because we're not talking about her over here. And I know you could be a little messy. And what you're not going to do is come in here and be messy like that. Because we don't get down like that over here. Go ahead, JD.
Okay, so this is what I have to say. Summer Breeze, you must lack comprehension because we are talking about a married relationship. Right. We are not talking about a live-in situation. I'm not sure how you pulled the live-in situation that you claim that I've never had an experience with a marriage. Absolutely not. I've not married a bitch. I had my mama's money to protect, my own money to protect. My daddy got a couple of insurance policies in my name to protect. So no, I ain't never married a bitch. I don't plan on marrying a bitch because I choose to keep my assets to myself. I ain't sharing shit. You ain't have to do shit. I'm going to keep my own shit. Now, for you to talk about a living situation, how the fuck would you know that, you raggedy bitch? Bitch, you don't know who.
Jay, calm it down. But you gotta. I know she messy. That's why I said don't address that. She don't know your life. She only know what you on here, Jay. Don't address that, baby. Don't let her make you go left. You already know how we get down over here. but Jay Dunn, you have never married. So Summer Breeze, that's not what this is about. This is not, you know what? Hold on. I got something for you. So you could run somewhere else and say this happened to you. Because what we're not about to do, let me tell you something, what I'm not going to do. And y'all already know how I get down over here. In Summer Breeze, you be up in the bushes and you decide to drop down because you want to antagonize Jay Dunn. I don't do that shit over here. Everybody over here gets a certain amount of respect. We respect over here. So you could talk to her somewhere else like that, but you're not going to address her over here because you're trying to stir up some shit. We're talking about marriages and having your own in general. So for that reason alone, you don't know how to act in my house, you can get the hell out. Go ahead, who's ever next. No, that's a troll. Well, whoever the damn troll is, they could get the hell out.
No, that's not a troll. That's not a troll,
I don't
Queen
think
Diva.
it is, Diva. That's Summer Breeze.
No, that's her second page because her first page must be blocked because that's the only page that she could come in my chat with.
Absolutely right. Because you know what, JD? If I'm not mistaken, when I first started doing YouTube, she was a big fan of the Girls Who Don't Like Me. She was over here one day talking shit about me on a live I did, and I blocked her. That is her channel. I've seen her in Pizarro's. I've seen her everywhere. Her and Pizarro was going at it the other day, and it was Summer Breeze channel. So you know what? Go ahead, JD. But y'all already know how I do over here. I'm only gonna go but so far, and I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect y'all. So go ahead, JD. Finish it up. Don't address.
Well, essentially, all I was saying is this is a live about marriage and about having your shit together.
Right.
And I promise you this, Summer Breeze, if you still listening, bitch, many of the women didn't even know what I had because that ain't your business because you ain't my wife. And that's how I prefer to keep it. You don't need to know what type of money I got up in my account, what type of money or settlement or anything like that I got coming in every month. That's not your business because you ain't my wife. And I prefer to keep it that way. I don't prefer to live with women, but that don't mean that women ain't had hard times and had to move in with me, bitch. But the fact is, I draw a line up in the sand. When I feel like you using me, you gonna have to get the fuck on.
Okay. Okay, JD. Okay, JD. She done pissed you up, but let it go. Let it go. You gave us some. You gave us some. That's enough. So let me ask you something. With you saying that, I like to ask another question. So if you got into a relationship, say for instance, and you was going to marry a person, and just say for instance, you decided to get married, would you allow your spouse to know what you had, JD? Could you?
No.
You would?
She won't find out what I have until she see it up in the wheel.
Really?
Absolutely not.
So you marry someone. Go ahead, TC.
Why not? You marry. I mean, you get married, and you're not gonna. Prior to getting married, you're really gonna get married. You're not going to let her know, what you're coming to the table with.
Right. That's what I want to know. You just not telling her?
No, because I done had bitches try to kill me for less.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Andrea.
I hear you. I hear you.
Andrea. Oh, well. Yeah, that's
Andrea.
what I just had to say. So, oh, well. Andrea, what you think about that? JD got this money, and she's going into this marriage, and she's not telling her wife anything. Hello? Just Andrea, you still here?
I will say this. At most, Mz.Teavalocity,
yes,
you can know how I earn a living so that you know that it's not illegal, but that's all you need to know. As long as I'm paying the bills that I agreed to pay, you don't need to know shit else.
Wow. Hey, Gwen, how are you? So
do you believe in a prenup? Do you believe in a prenup?
I was about to say that.
Because I do.
I do believe in a prenup. Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
I do.
Yeah,
when you have a certain amount of money or above and you got stake in a lot of stuff, yeah, I believe in a prenup. I would probably do a prenup. I would. You know, sometimes though, I think it's better, and you guys, you could jump in after that. Sometimes I think it's better if you get someone and you build together.
Yes.
I think it's better sometimes when you get someone and you guys build together. You appreciate it more, you value it more, of course, and it's something you built together. So most likely it'll take a while to walk away from unless you're really in an abusive relationship. You know?
It is excellent to build together. However, if you've been single for a certain amount of years, and I mean you didn't get married at 23 or 25 or less than 25, and you're getting married for the first time at 35 or 36, right? So you've had some time to acquire, a certain amount of, well, things and people, places, things, wealth, whatever. If that's what you're doing, you also have and had an opportunity to, I guess you could say, earn certain things with your family, a position as far as maybe family business, maybe family have put you a part of the trustee, whatever it is, okay, in the trust or whatever. Well, when you get married, I'm gonna get a prenup because what I've had prior, like from 1 to 36, that's what I've earned that.
I agree.
Now, what I get from with that person that I'm going to get married to, when I get married on, then that's what we have. So that's what we have. That's what we built. That's what we've acquired. That's exactly what we've acquired.
That's
you don't get anything from when I, when we married from 40, when I was younger. You don't get that. That's not yours. No, you don't get that. But what you do get is, anything, when we got married, the day after we got married, starting from that saying, you get that.
Okay, so given that circumstances, and I agree with you with that. So when you come into a relationship, one person may have more than the other, and I think no one goes into a marriage thinking they go divorce, first of all, right? Because they happy, they in love, and they decide to get married. So I don't know if I would say I know everything you build together is the both of y'all's. So how would it be possible for anyone to walk away needing something? Like in this case, if they were together.
Well, but then you walk up in here needing something. If you walked in needing something.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that.
But at the same time,
50s and 60s. Oh yeah, 50s and 60s, absolutely. But we gonna get to that, right? No, but what I'm saying is, if I've been with you, JD, for 7 years, we have built something. How can I walk away with nothing and you still have? Something's wrong with that picture. We built this together. We invested something. Whether I walked in there with nothing, in 7 years, we should have built something that I should walk away with something.
Absolutely. But how are we building something when you done sat at home all day on YouTube for 7 years?
Well, JD, you talking just specifically to that point. I'm just saying in a marriage or in a relationship period.
The house is not on her name. The house is not in her name too.
No.
She said she is on it. With whatever
she's
means.
on it. She said she was on the house.
Deed, but not on the loan. You could be on the deed. So it would be very hard for her to walk away and not have no possession of the house. Because you could be on the deed, but not on the loan. And you would have to ask somebody to give up their portion of the deed for you to solely own the house. So I don't know what's going on. Kimberly, I agree.
Or half an
or
whatever.
But she can't afford. She cannot afford the deed alone.
No. What I'm saying is, if she walks away, she still have access to that house because she's on the deed, but she may not be on the loan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
she still have some access to the house. She can walk away and just say, here, it goes to my wife, probably because in her mind, her wife probably paid for it all. But after 7 years, you should have built something together that you don't walk away broke. That's all I'm trying to say. Whether you check YouTube or whatever, you contribute something. We have to give the girl some type of credit. And I don't know her, but I know in 7 years, she just didn't contribute nothing to the marriage. That's hard for me to believe, and I don't even know him.
Well, no, we're not saying, I don't think anyone's saying that she hasn't contributed. And I think that they should know, or, you know, when they sit down, they should know, okay, this is what you bring to the table. This is what you bring. Okay, this amount goes into my account. This amount goes into your account. And this is the amount that goes into our account. And this is a house account. And then maybe an emergency fund, whatever the case may be, maybe. And then that's where they need to start from.
You guys are talking practical. You talking practical, and I agree with a lot what you're saying, but everything is not practicality, right?
True.
Maybe they didn't go in a relationship like that. We don't know, because I'm talking about for these women, because that's where it started from. But for any other woman in general, because remember, we doing this in general as well as we just speaking on her relationship as well. But maybe the wife said, hey, baby, I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm going to be a nurse practitioner. You don't have to do nothing. I'm going to take care of you. And that lady went on that, you know. Maybe she sold her a false dream. We don't know that.
But
maybe she didn't want her
the one that's, but she's the one that's older. She's the one that has, okay.
See, that's practical for
Correct.
us.
Correct. Ain't no way somebody 10 years younger than me could sell me a damn false dream. I wish a damn 26-year-old did try to tell me she gonna take care of me. Bitch, please.
How do you go into a relationship thinking somebody you're 10 years older and think I'm gonna take care of you? You should been saying, okay, well, I'm gonna work this side job at home. Come on now, this is like, that's not common sense.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just playing the flip side. You don't know what we wasn't in the wherever they was at when they was talking about it. We don't know what happened. Something happened. That's all we know with them, right? But at the end of the day, y'all, at the end of the day, you should have your own. Now, I'm going to go back to Kimberly, because I want to tell you something about this, Kimberly. 9 times out of 10, when you're in your 50s and 60s and you are established, it's hard to even start a relationship. But let me talk about me. Sometimes it could be difficult to start a relationship because you're established, you have your own. You normally don't even want nobody to share with sometimes, you know, in some relationship. So that's difficult too when you're 50 and you're 60. You should be established. But most 50 and 60 years old, olders, if they've been married before and they went through it, a lot of them don't even want to be bothered because they got their own and they figure they need someone. You know, they don't want to be with someone. So they tend not to marry a lot of times after those ages or have relationships where you move in with someone.
Hello? How do you define established?
Well, you have your own home, you have your own bank account, you have your own career, you take care of yourself, you just have your own. You have your own looking forward to retirement, you working towards retirement or something else. That's being established. Mm-hmm. Like you don't want to bring, like, say for instance, JD, she's not that age. But just say for instance, at 60 years old, I don't know if I want to live with a man or a man come live with me because I have my own. You know, I have my own. And I don't want someone coming else. And maybe that's for me. But I think it's for a lot of men. And that's why you have so many single women who's at that particular age that's not married. Because they feel as though men feel as though they established and they don't want to share. They don't want to get into no relationship. And that's why there's a lot of single women around. because people
Really?
think, I think so. I think so.
Good.
I could be wrong.
You know how many? You know how many? You know how
Melissa,
many? You know how many single men be trying to catch up to me, and I be like, "Boo, go bye."
Boo, I'm gay. That's what you tell me.
I'm like, I don't even bat for your team, bro. Like,
right.
oh,
So
well,
you tell
don't
me
worry, I can change your mind. You know the BS. This is the BS lines. These lines have been going on since the beginning of time. I don't even know why people be trying to like act like they. Oh, he said that he can do this for me. He said he can do that, and they go for the okie doke. People just go for these lines, and these lines are the oldest lines ever. It existed before humans became Homo sapiens. I don't understand it. I'm gonna take care of you. That is just so old.
TC, maybe you don't know, but when you go to statistics, there are a lot of unmarried women out here in the 50s and 60s, in the 30s. I don't know what's going on, but there are a lot of unmarried women. It's not like back in the day, you know.
True.
And I don't know if a lot of it is related to this false. I'm trying to see. I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. Come to be honest, I don't know what you're looking for in a woman or what a woman looking for in a man. But there's a lot of single women out here who's established, educated,
yes,
well-established Black women. And I'm going to talk about Black women because I'm a Black woman that don't have a mate and can't find a mate. There's tons of women out here. And I don't know what it is.
Miss T, if I can butt in, because I heard somebody say, I heard that somebody asked, what does it mean to have your own? Having your own means that you could live on your own and be able to handle every single bill and responsibility that you have. That's having it on your own. Not only that, if we're going to talk about on our own, I have had my own since I was 19. I've never seen it any other way. And I refuse to let a bitch trap me up to being court ordered to have anything that belongs to me because I made a mistake. I'm not going that route.
Well, we got you. We got you. Well, like I said, TC, I don't know. Yeah, is in the younger generation. Exactly. Some things have changed, TC. And I'm glad that you have men running after you and you bat for the other team. But there's a lot of single Black women out here. And I'm talking about women, period, not Black. And I don't know what is going on. I don't know why it is. I think it's because society has implanted in our minds that you have to have big titties, big butts, big lips, false hair, false nails, all this false persona of a woman for a man to want you. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of them are going that way. But when it comes to established Black men, they rather stay single. If they've been on their own a while, they rather stay single. And I think it's the same for women because we have someone out here, Melissa, saying to herself, I don't want to share. I am 55 and I don't want to be bothered. Some people just don't want to be bothered because they have their own and they doing their own thing. But I don't know why it is. There's a lot of women out here that's single, that's well established. Now, I don't know if it started from years ago with all this independence, you know, women being independent and doing their own thing and they don't need a man. Some shit is real messed up here. It's really messed up here. That's all I want to say about it.
I think people have figured out that after seeing the traumas in their families or traumas just in general in the population, that they would prefer to be at peace. And so sometimes being by yourself or, you know, single, I should say single, is more at peace than to be with somebody. You could be married and still be alone and still be lonely.
That's what the lady was saying. Yeah, that's what the lady said. I'm lonely.
You know.
And you can have friends and still be lonely because you're looking for something specific from your mate. So you can have friends. Y'all was saying, oh, you know, in this particular case, she don't have friends.
Maybe,
you can have friends and not.
Maybe she's lonely. Maybe she's
not. If you're lonely, then get to stepping. Then if you're lonely, get to step in goodbye. I am not staying here. What's that song? How did I get here? I'm not gonna live here anymore. Okay. What's that song? But the
How
bottom
did
line
I
is
get
that
here?
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not-
maybe she's looking for something that she's not fulfilled in her own life. In her
Good
own
point.
life, you know, being
point.
married to somebody
Okay.
don't mean you gotta lose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be happy with your own self.
Yeah,
And
that's a
that's
good
what I
point.
learned in my marriage. I wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled in my. It was the kids, the husband, but I forgot who I was.
Well, you know, I've been married, and
Mhm.
like I said, my husband was a great provider, but he wasn't the man for me because he was so caught up in providing
Right.
that he didn't provide the other stuff I needed, you know? And so, and
Okay.
it didn't start out like that. Me and my husband started out as best friends. You wouldn't have never thought in a million years we would end up divorced because we did everything together. We was down with each other. We build together and stuff like that. But other stuff went on, and I think because he tried to provide so hard, he became mean and nasty, and he resented us. I do believe that. And see, that's where we was going with her. If you working, you out busting your butt, you did all this for you to sustain a certain lifestyle, and then you have someone just spending the money and not doing anything, then you could end up resenting them because you're
And
doing
that's
all the
real.
provision.
And that's
Provide.
real.
And that's
Resentment,
real.
real.
Yeah, it's real. I'm telling you, at one point I said, "Oh man, he must resent us," you know, because
Oh,
I
wow.
do this and so that can happen, you guys. But again, and we go wrap this up, or we drop the link, or y'all could go on to something else. If you in a bad relationship or you see a relationship going left, then you should start building to provide for your own to sustain a certain lifestyle. Now, you might can't come back and live in a penthouse in DC because it's so damn expensive around here, period. But you can definitely live. You can live in peace and you can live in your own. It just depends on what you want. You may not buy that Birkin bag. You might not buy that Louis. You might not buy that Gucci. You might not drive that Benz. You might not, and Benz ain't no big thing no more, y'all. I don't know why. Benz are not a big thing.
Exactly.
You know what? I remember years ago, Benz are not a big thing. So, when you start talking about top of the line cars, I wouldn't put Benz in that category, to be honest with you.
Why would you want a Benz in DC anyway? You know how much the insurance is? It's about, you know how much it costs for a tire?
Yeah.
A Mercedes tire.
Well, you got so many people driving them. They're not even elegant and luxurious like they used to be years ago. It was certain cars years ago that people drove and it was like, damn, they must got some change. Benz is not one of them.
But why want to drive a top of the line car when you can have a top of the line life? Like, child, I enjoy my freedom to be able to just go whenever I choose to. If I have to pick up and fly somewhere, I enjoy being able to do that. If I have to drive to go see my family because it's a family emergency, I enjoy that. I don't understand what is the point of the top of the line car, so that all of these strangers that you passing by on the interstate can know that you driving one. What's the point?
Well, I told you, and y'all, maybe we could get deeper into this one day and let's research it. But I'm going to try to pull this video up. Why it's so important for Black people to wear name brand things and expensive and look a certain way. It started years ago, and they have trained Black people to think that when you wear and you drive nice stuff and you live certain, that you are equal to them. It all started back then.
What I have made it if I'm driving the top of the line car, if I have a nice clothes, but actually you spend all that money and you can be investing that money, you can be buying a house. I mean, I don't drive the top of the line.
They don't teach us investment.
They don't teach us that. They don't teach us that. You have to either learn that or you
right.
But But the thing is, look at them. They're teaching us to wear, these kind of Uchi and Gucci and Lucci clothes, but they look like who done it and ran. They wear that.
Exactly.
They wearing
Exactly.
all kind of stuff. Listen, they come to work and they have peanut butter butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch. They don't go out. They don't be going to them little carts that's paying $10, $12 for. No. Okay, they get their crackers and whatever it is, egg salad and things of that nature. They make that stuff at home. So the things that they're trying to tell us that they've sold us on, they don't even do themselves. Now, who's the ding dong?
But because you know why? Because people sit and study you. They have studied us. They knew the desire that we wanted to be equal, treated equal. It all goes back to treated equally, believe it or not. So they knew that we would succumb to the shit that they was training us mentally, like, oh, fancy clothes, jewelry, cars. Yeah, that makes you look wealthy. While they, in return, are training their people to invest. Here's the stock market. Here's the this. This is how you do this. This is how you create general wealth. They didn't show us that. They have financial literacy in most schools that they attend. We don't have that. It was never taught to us. So see, they already know what we'll do. They already know you give us some money. Just look at some of the celebrities and stuff. You give them money, what they do? They go ahead and put that slave shit on them big chains. They buy 5 and 6 cars with wings and shit. For what?
And can only drive one at a time.
They can only drive one at a time. They wear all this top of the line stuff. The babies wear top of the line stuff. It's nice to live good and look good for you, but not to showboat for other people. Just to please other people, to make, it's so much pretending in this world is just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. But Jay Dunn said it. Jay Dunn makes a good point. Yeah. Andrea makes a good point, and that is why invest in a car when you can have a good life?
Yes, so does Victoria. She said it's all a facade. We are into facades, pleasing people. Oh, I'm telling you, that's what it's all about. Think about it. And they already know what we gonna do when we get a little bit of change, most of us. Not talking about you, Jay, because some people invest.
And Jay Dunn. So let me ask you a question. I want to ask Jay Dunn and Andrea this question. So when people get up here on YouTube and they get a bag, they finally get a shit. Because see, I've had like Tiffany bracelets. You ain't never seen.
Exactly.
And furs all at once. And
what I'm saying is the point that I'm trying to make. Go ahead, TC. But I gotta make this point.
Say that I don't like it when people get up on here and then they want to flaunt their first time getting a bag or getting a whatever, and then trying to sell this BS to other people like they've made it. I've arrived and whatever, and none of you have. And things of that nature, and I'm like, and all of that, and then you later on, you come on, get the ham sandwich out of here. You not the first one. You trust me. People been there, done that. Wrote the book, the documentaries out. Been there, done that. People have money, had money, done money. We've had it, we've lost it, we've had it again, and things of that nature. Okay, great. Now you got it. You got a Chanel bag. You get a townhouse. You can get another house. Okay, you know how many people can go through that? A Mercedes ain't nothing. All of that, it's all nothing. It's for naught. It is all for naught, and they're selling you because they know you're a ding dong dilly, and they know you weak, That's weak sauce, people. Don't nobody want to walk around. Who you gonna get? You gonna get buried in a damn Mercedes? Maybe that's gonna be a new thing.
We're not even talking about a burial.
We can't get past life because death. Then they go to a GoFundMe, and I ain't doing GoFundMes because no, I'm not doing that. You get yourself an insurance policy. Everybody, somebody. I don't. You can't afford children. Stop having them. Stop opening your legs. Stop sticking your stuff in places that you can't afford and acting like and Pookie.
I just want to make my point. My point is
please.
Go ahead.
Make your point, because you know my girl TC.
Can y'all hear me?
Of course we can. Make your point.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so my point is, out of all the trouble that I had came across this year, because I don't drive a Mercedes, I don't have a mugshot. Because I don't drive a Mercedes, I'm right here with my freedom. Because guess what? If I was paying Mercedes type of bills on a damn car that could get in a wreck tomorrow, and then now my car is worth shit, I wouldn't have been able to pay for the stuff that I need to pay for. And that's the problem. Because we got a content creator in this sector that got a Mercedes but got about 12 mugshots. Make that make sense. How come you invest more in the car that
we can hear you. Keep going. Go ahead. Hello? Did something freeze up? Hello? JD?
What happened?
Hello?
God said no. God didn't say no. God said no.
But I did have something to say. I do think
she talking? JD. Go ahead. She was about to flow. Go ahead. Jump in. She was about to flow, y'all. Andrea, go ahead.
Okay, I do think that I just paid off my car, and my son was like, "Mom, you gonna buy your new car?" I said, "No, I'm going on vacation because that car was kicking my behind." I paid it off, and I'm like, I don't want a new car. It's okay. I'm good. I'm just gonna keep on driving this and keep building my credit. No, I'm good with the Chevrolet. My daddy loves Chevrolets, and I love Chevrolets. Okay, I'm good with that. I don't need.
At one point, we just have to be wise, you guys. You know, we got some stuff about to really come our way and knock us, a lot of people on their ass who's not prepared for, and we have to get prepared. You know, we have to have certain things.
Right.
We just have to. And Kimberly made a perfect point here. We need to stop living the fake American dream, because that didn't do nothing but hoodwink, bamboozle us, and they sold us a pipe dream. And they made sure they sold it to us because they didn't want us to really get into the good stuff. So they sold us this pipe dream. She made perfect sense. Placing value on things that depreciate the moment you pull off the lot is asinine. Exactly. And those are for new cars. And
exactly.
Talk about my car, but let me tell you, I drove a Saturn Aura, and it was the top of the line Saturn Aura. They had called it the top of the line. I drove the hell out of it. They used to say, "Mom, why don't you get rid of that car? You got a new." Well, I had a new car too. I'm just saying, but I would not get rid of it, because for one, a smart person, if they have a paid-for vehicle, will keep it, and if they choose to go buy another one, because anything could happen to us at any given day, and we always have a backup. So I kept my car for a long time until I looked in it. I was about to move to my house, and I looked in it, and water had got in it. It had been sitting there that long. I would go out and start every now and then, but I loved my Saturn. And water had got in it. It started seeping in some kind of way, and it smelled molded and mildew. So I gave it to the junk people for what, $350, something like that. They gave me for it. But I would have never gotten rid of my car. Hold on, JD. I wouldn't have never. That's you, JD?
Yeah, God didn't say no. I just knew that I was traveling through the Atlanta street, so I was trying to make my point.
Go ahead, baby. Make your point. You know I always let you make your point, JD.
So my point is, with all the legal shit that I encountered, guess what? Because I don't have a Mercedes, I didn't have to worry about being in jail with mugshots. People on here, how do you brag about a Mercedes but you got 12 mugshots? I don't get it. Hey. That's the problem with the Black community. Because then we'll buy all these purses, damn Mercedes, but then as soon as life actually happens, whether it's legal or not, you ain't got shit.
I gotta agree with you. I don't know how. That's why I said sometimes is best that you don't put all your business out here and you don't brag and you don't do certain things, because somewhere down the line you could fall and then people are thinking like, what? You driving a Mercedes Benz, but you can't pay your rent. You driving a Mercedes Benz, but you can't do this. You can't buy food. You can't do that. Or just in general, you on here showing all these Gucci bags, Versace and all, but you can't pay your rent or you can't get home. So you right. I agree. I think it's
You driving a Mercedes Benz, but you can't afford a decent attorney.
Well, I think it's crazy, and you see
I
this.
know that's right.
That's why I don't place. That's why I don't place a high value on Mercedes Benz anymore. I mean, it's top of the line Mercedes Benz, but the average ninja not driving top of the line Mercedes Benz, else they paying top of the line. But how can you own a Mercedes Benz? I have seen, and this is no lie, Mercedes Benz. I have seen a Maybach, and I bullshit you not. A Maserati and some big name brand cars parked in the parking lot. I mean, and people live in an apartment. I'm like, hello, something's wrong here. You driving a Maybach and you live in an apartment building, something ain't right. But I've seen that stuff here. DC, the DMV area, you see a lot of stuff that people are really truly in the head when they place value on stuff like that and not having something of your own that will bring you value. You buy a home, you pass that home down, you buy land, you pass that land down, you know, you build, that's building generational wealth.
Amen.
You know,
It is. But then how you driving the Mercedes Benz and eating ramen noodles and potted meat sandwiches?
yeah.
How you doing that?
I don't know. Because I don't do it. But I don't drive a Mercedes Benz either.
I don't either at all.
At all.
At all. I don't. But again, that's not no top of the line car anymore, y'all. Just so you know. A Mercedes Benz are not top of the line. You have some hood niggas that have Mercedes Benz. Excuse my friend. So it's not what? Girl, you ain't been in DC long enough. They'll tell you. In Jersey.
And Miss T.
Yes, baby.
Thank you for having me up. I'm going to get off of here before I lose connection again.
Okay, be safe driving and be safe out there for the holiday. Much love to you, JD.
Okay, and just for everybody to know, whenever I drive, I have my Bluetooth headphones on. I'm not touching the phone at all. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Bye, baby. Smooches. You guys, I'm going to get ready to get out here because I done got hungry.
Ooh. Thank you, Miss. Make sure you come to the interview with Lolo. Okay?
Yes, I am. I miss Lolo. I was so glad to see her. Diva told me, and I went over there. Like I said, I didn't know Lolo had cancer.
I did. We fell out, and then I seen her on Facebook, and I reached out to her, and so she told me as soon as she's able to talk and stuff, she will give me the first interview. So I'm so glad that she's ready to do it now.
Okay, and is that your place or Lolo's?
It's gonna be on my channel.
Well, sweetheart, why don't y'all correct the date? Y'all got June the 3rd.
We changed it. We changed the video. We put a new video. It's on July the 3rd. Okay.
I thought it was 3rd of July. I would definitely come over there and support that. What time?
It's 2:00 California time, 5:00 Eastern, 5:00 East Coast.
Okay, and if the interview is you interviewing Lolo,
I'm interviewing Lolo. She gonna tell me where she been, where she was, why she left YouTube. She gonna tell me.
Oh, cool. That's what's up. Because when I see you, I've always liked her. So you guys tune into Just Andrea's channel. I don't have the link, Diva. If you're not busy, can you go grab Just Andrea's channel, please? And
congratulations.
And yeah, congratulations on the interview. And I really did like Lolo, and I want to see what's been happening with her because she was one of those people just disappeared, like Trina C. I really like her. She just disappeared. Some people just disappear, and we don't know. And I do care for people. Now to say I love everybody, I'm not gonna lie and say, "Oh yeah, I miss." But some people I care for, and I like to know if they doing well.
Right. That's what's going on with them. I said I think this would be good come back.
That was good.
Tell me where you be and what's been going on with you, and then you can tell me why you left YouTube. You want to know why you left, and she said she's gonna tell me.
Oh, good. I want to hear why she left because I thought it was for other reasons, but you know, we'll see what's going on. We'll be over there. I don't know if Queen Diva's still here, but I will make sure I will be over there. TC, I know you'll be over there. That seems like,
and I will be. I will, after I have my commentary, I will be dropping the link so you can come up and ask her some questions if you want to.
Yeah, because I liked Lolo. Like I said, she just disappeared.
Yes.
You know? But I thoroughly have enjoyed you guys, and I'm going to wrap this up. You have last words?
Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna come down. Let just Andre give some last words. Thank you, Miss T. Thank you to the chat. The whole 9 yards.
It's always a pleasure. Just Andre, you have last words?
Yes. If you're married, single, get your own. And if you any relationship you is, if a man say he gonna take care of you, still have your own bag. Okay.
This is Andrea's link right there. Thank you so much, Queen, as always, being the queen. That's Andrea's link. Y'all make sure you go over there and subscribe to it if you're not subscribed and watch this interview. Let's go support this sister. Thank you so much, Queen Diva.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sweetheart. Thank you. Now I'm going to wrap this up because, you know, I was wrapping it up when I said I was going to say something positive before. Yes, we did talk about Rob's situation, but we got a little deeper. Some people knew her. Some people voiced their opinion. I was limited because I didn't know her like that, engage with it or no way. I went over there when I heard them talking about her, asking for a GoFund, and I checked out some of her videos myself. And I knew she had the book club and stuff. And I was just wondering that, you know, wow, this sister been here. She was, I remember her being somewhat of a big YouTuber from, you know, she was doing well. How did she get in this situation and why is she in this situation? And not just why Rob is in this situation. Why are so many women and men are in the same situation? She's not the only one down here asking for help. We see GoFundMe's for everything. And what bothers me the most is some of this stuff we should be prepared for, and we're not prepared for. So it wasn't about so much Rob. It was about the marital situation, having nothing once you've been with somebody so long. I didn't care what went wrong. I don't know what went wrong. I don't care. But I do care that that sister is down here with the GoFundMe. And people had spoke on it, and I went and looked for myself. And like I said, I personally didn't hear her brag. I didn't see none of those videos, but I heard people saying she bragged about having so many things of materialistic things. And now she's here and they felt some kind of way. I don't feel any kind of way about her because I don't know, but I do feel a way about a woman probably her age not having her own to get the hell on when she's tired and finished with a relationship, a marriage, or whatever they call it. You should have your own. I don't care if somebody could promise you the world. It's nothing like a child having its own. And you know when things are going bad. So you should start preparing. Now, everything you can't escape, everybody can't prepare, you know, for when bad things happen. But when you get so many warnings, the warning is telling you to prepare. So let's prepare for that. Don't never be such a kept woman that someone has that much control over you that you don't have your own. I don't care what they tell you. Get your own. And you guys, let's still try to focus on creating generational wealth and not placing so much emphasis on how we look or the materialistic things we have, because there's some stuff coming down the pipe that we need to be ready for. And that consists of having good credit, having a nest egg, and having your own, because there's a lot of stuff going on around here and we need to be abreast of what's going on. Sometimes take a break from YouTube and listen to some other stuff so you know what exactly is going on in the real world and not just the virtual world. I get it. We love the entertainment. We love the drama, but real life goes on each and every day, and challenges is a lot of people are facing challenges and they're not doing too well because they didn't prepare, because they didn't keep abreast of what was going on in the real world. So I enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Kimberly Black. It's always a pleasure to see you. Taylor, Queen Diva, thank you for coming through. Just Andrea, JD, for sharing the stage with TC. Is always a pleasure to come on here and see you guys. I don't know when I'll be back again, but and my Victoria, great engagement. Thank you. And Victoria, my hair does look healthy, and I don't know how I do it. And my hairdresser don't know how my hair is healthy, because I definitely don't take care of it like I should. And I wear it in ponytails a lot of time, and Queen Diva hates that. So, but thank you so much. You guys make sure you stay safe out there. And with that being said, I'm going to get ready to get my closing unless somebody else has something else. Victoria, you made some great points today. I want you to know that in your engagement, I always appreciate you. But those was great points, because we don't know what type of relationship they had for us to make judgment. And we didn't make judgment too much, you guys. We spoke about just having your own, basically. Don't get yourself in that rut, okay? With that being said, I'm going to get ready to get out of there. I am sleepy and hungry, so I got to go find me something to eat. No, this is not the one. Here it is. Oh. If your king's crown is crooked, help him straighten it up. If your queen's crown is crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are a joint future. They are joint heirs. They are future. They looking to inherit something other than mess, stress, and drama. And as always, be a blessing, not a bother. It doesn't take much to bless someone. Simple hello, how are you? You look beautiful today. I like your smile. Can I grab that door for you? I'll hold those groceries. Here's a couple of dollars. Go enjoy some coffee or lunch. You never know what someone is going through. That hat looks nice. Sir, I must say that tie looks so good on you. I just love that suit you wear. You never, ever know. Just a simple act of kindness, some words can brighten someone's day. With that being said, I want you guys to take care and be safe out there. And Mz.Teavalocity is tired, very tired. You guys be good. Join me. I don't even know when I'll be back on, but make sure y'all stop by. I appreciate you all. I love you all, and good night.